want to make sure that I acknowledge the sponsor of the show, Teach Henley, because Teach Henley sent me this new pack. They sent me the new Teach pack, so I just literally pulled the paper out, got it out of the mail, and I started going through it, and I got a little bit more excited than I should. You know what I'm saying? So they did send me the Teach pack, and I don't even know what this is yet. So I'm assuming this is what you get when you first order your Teach, and I don't know what this is. Oh, this is dope. This is absolutely dope. Is this a nail kit? Ladies, get this for the fellas. Fellas, don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. This is free. This just comes with it. 30% off your first order, plus 20% off for life. Literally. Oh, snaps. I didn't know that they were sending it like this. Real talk. So this is the nail kit that they sending you. All right. So now you ain't looking like a dusty. This is a free gift straight from Teach for the people that ordered the Teach. They got the small one for the little hands like mine's. They got the big joints for your toenails. And then they got the joints at the bottom too. You know what I'm saying? For y'all that's a little bit more crustier than usual. All right, so that's one of the free gifts that Teach got inside of the pack. And then, what is this? Says, squeeze a quarter-size amount of Teach Henley body wash on the center of the wet bristles. Lather, scrub, rinse, and repeat for the perfectly satisfying wash every time. So that's inside of there also, right? Ooh, I can get my rubber ducky on right here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Teach for sending me that uncomplicated skincare for men. And then what we got in here? We got the actual Teach pack, right? So this is the normal Teach pack, but then they gave me the supersized joint for the people. They wanted me to show the people exactly what they got when they ordered that first Teach pack, when you're getting your 30% off your first order, and then you get your free gifts. You get 2 free gifts, and then the 20% off for life. So the 20% off for life is a new thing. And dang, I ain't even got my keys on me to open this up. Maybe I can use the little nail clipper thing. I ain't got to buy no nail clipper for my new joint downtown. And then you get all of the washes, all of the scrubs, all of the AM, the PMs, and all of that stuff. So you got the whole thing inside of there for you to make sure you take care of yourself. But you got to make sure you take care of it every day. Right? We don't want to miss days. We don't want to be looking like dusties. It does not absolve you from being able to make sure that you brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. It don't fix the teeth problem. Don't fix you ironing your clothes. Don't fix you being able to take care of your business. But it absolutely makes sure that your skin is phenomenal, even when you're going between shaves. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Teach Henley. We absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to hold us down. I might do an official Teach commercial, but I like just talking authentically to the people. I like giving the people the authentic look of what it is that you're dealing with, and I want you to hear from me personally, because anybody can do that little pitch and they can make some little videos, but very few of us can actually speak to the products of exactly what it is that you're supposed to use. So yeah, Teach Henley, 30% off your first order, and then 20% off for life. That's the Anton Daniels pack, 20% off for life. Using any other Teach pack, make sure that you go ahead and let that go. And make sure you tap into the link that's in the description and take care of it, all right? What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. First of all, I got my friends with me, Quentin, Slimian, and back by popular demand, Carrie. Carrie, they loved you. They loved them some Carrie. I don't know what it is about Miss Carrie that people love so much, but they absolutely love Carrie. And I got all my friends with me. What up, y'all? What's happening?
Nothing much. Am I
That's the word.
No, I mean, I can hear you fine. Everything seems okay.
Okay.
You good?
How y'all feel?
Yeah.
How y'all feeling so far? What's been going on this early week so far?
Oh man.
I learned how to change
Did he
shocks.
do it or didn't he?
Man,
What you say,
it's been a
Carrie?
lot going on already, bro. It's been
I
a
said I
lot
learned how
happening.
to change shocks.
What do you mean change
Oh
shots?
wow.
Oh,
On a car?
shots
Yeah.
for a car?
Yeah.
On the
Oh,
front or the
that's
back?
fire.
On the front.
Oh, those are hard. The fronts are super
I mean,
hard.
let me be correct. My husband he held the shot.
You.
He did certain parts of it. I jacked up the truck. I had to like hold some of the stuff. I had to help him. I still know what he did. I just didn't do everything that he did, but I learned how to do it.
All right, Carrie out here being a modern woman. No, I'm just messing around.
And my sons, not to bring up the whatever, but my sons, they helped him. Well, they helped him in the beginning. Once it got to the shop part, they couldn't really do much, but they like learned how to jack up the car, take the tire off, do the bolts or the nuts or whatever you want to call them on the tires, all that stuff. So that was cool.
Hey, that's
I,
dope.
I remember the first time I was changing a tire, and he let me bust my knuckles on the concrete. I was like, like checking up stuff. Nigga just sitting there watching.
Yeah, man. Anything else going on? I got a lot going on, but that's just me.
Boy.
Yeah. The Longhorns is number one. Your number one football team in the nation.
They are a monster team. I cannot deny that.
Nobody care about that shit. The Ohio State Buckeyes, man. That's all that matter, man. That's all that matter. And the Browns won.
So I got some things. Actually, you know what? I need to find that and put that in the chat too while I'm thinking about it. But first and foremost, let's rant about it. Was popping. Season 2, episode 1. I need to put that inside of the chat because it premiered tonight, and so we had almost 2,700 people watching on a premiere, which I've never experienced on a premiere in particular, except on a Millionaire Morning Show. I've done it on a Millionaire Morning Show before, but it was popping. So season 2, we on season 2. We shot all of the episodes, and they were absolutely awesome. And we are going to be doing the first live in November. I think November 2nd. So I'm gonna put the link in this. I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat for what we're gonna be doing live. And I'm gonna put a special discount inside of the Patreon. I'm gonna try to get that up by tomorrow. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that live. So I'm excited about that. And I did Fox News live tonight with Lauren Ingram. So I did knock that out. And there's something else that I'm missing. What am I missing? Fox News, Laura Ingram. I don't remember. I'm missing something else.
You ever consider going on Pierce Carson?
They haven't reached out to me.
Yeah, they get invited.
They haven't reached out to me. So I don't never reach out to people. I just wait for people to reach out to me.
Oh, okay.
So I did get reached out to by Hartley Initiated again. Y'all would find this interesting. More interesting than all of the stuff that I've done over the last couple of days. So we working
my
through
algorithm no more.
Yeah, well, they working on something. So they want me to go on there and debate with the Yada Awakening guy.
Again.
But they want to do it in person though. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh.
So
yeah.
That and they trying to get Umar Johnson to agree to step into a room with me. So we'll see how that go. I told him I told him I don't think that they'll be able to pull that off because he'll never step in front of me, but that's just me.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace.
I don't think that he would ever step in the room. I said, if y'all able to pull that off,
oh man, it's up.
God bless y'all, but I don't think that they're able to pull that off. But we'll see what happens. So we're gonna see how that plays out.
And I'm sorry, it's Piers Morgan. I know that felt
Piers
weird.
Morgan, yeah, that's what's up. So you know what? I never worried about getting invited. I just keep working, honestly. I'm pinning that to the top of the chat for anybody that want to tap in and look at. We doing 2 shows before the end of the year. We doing one in Detroit in December. We're gonna do one in Atlanta in November. December 14th in Detroit, November 2nd in Atlanta, I believe. But if you click that link that I just posted inside of the chat, you can go and
all Democratic cities.
And then use discount code Anton and you'll get whatever the discount off. But then I'm gonna give us I'm gonna put it all in the Patreon too. So I'll be promoting it inside of the Millionaire Morning Show. I'll talk a little bit more about it. But that's what's all that's going on with me. Lots of moving parts. A lot of people feel like I don't sleep. I just be working, baby. I just work.
Get to it.
Just work.
Get to
24
it.
hours a day, 7 days a week. So
I go back to work on Friday.
somebody said Umar isn't afraid of me. He is very much afraid of me. And when we reached out in order to have an in-person conversation with him, he accepted and then he declined and he said he didn't want to do it in front. He didn't want to do a face-to-face conversation with me. And then we upped the ante and we said, all right, well, we'll give you, I don't want to say what his prices are, but we more than quadrupled what his price was just to even do a speaking engagement. And he said, no, I don't want to, I don't want to do that. So, and I'm putting it politely just because I still want him to show up. So miss me with the bullshit. Anybody could say anything that they want. You could parade online what you want to, but very few people are willing to face me. That's a fact. And I don't dodge nobody. I dodge 0 people. So, pin to the top of the chat. Anyways, any other thoughts before we continue and get into the show?
It's a lot going on, man. Ooh-wee.
Whole
They got
lot.
your boy. It ain't a good time to be a bad boy at all. Ain't a good time at all.
We can get into that. I just want to make sure that we all on the same page. Let me read some of the super chats. Christopher Mayberry says our mom's fine best friend is back. Offer Umar that teach pack as well. Yeah. Shout out to the panel. Great segment on Fox, Anton. Thank you, Molly. I had a dream about Molly last night.
I rebuke Molly and everything she
I did.
says.
Wow.
I had a dream. I had a dream about Molly last night.
I'm sorry that you had that nightmare, Anton.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
I'm sorry that you had that nightmare.
I can't help who pop up in my dreams.
If she popped up in your dreams, it was a nightmare, not a dream.
No, it was cool though. I just had a dream that she had became like a permanent fixture on my shows. Like she had joined the team and she was just like, you know what I'm saying, traveling and shooting content and stuff like that.
A monster.
To travel and shoot content and stuff?
Why you keep saying that, Quentin?
Molly needs to be put in the bathroom and the key thrown away.
And it's funny because I was talking to her. I was like, "Girl, what you doing?" She was like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm with y'all." I'm like, "All right, bet, let's get it." And that was just kind of it. It wasn't like no long thing or nothing like that. It was just like she was just a part of the crew and stuff like that. So it was just like a minute. It was just like a moment. It wasn't no big deal. So yeah, that's it. What up, Mika?
Mika, what's popping?
What up? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started with the show.
Too many light-skinned hanging around. God, dog.
What's wrong with light-skinned? Rita's right here. Rita's representing for the ladies.
That's it.
They go Rita, y'all.
That's the only one that ain't light-skinned. Q, Mika,
Carrie, Rita got the smoothest skin in the world. I'll tell you that.
Molly light-skinned.
I'm caramel.
I'm not biased. You got the smoothest skin in the world. Seriously.
I'm mocha.
So
we
are packing up because this place is gonna be moved out of soon. So y'all gotta excuse this. But
for real? Where are you moving to? To the other place?
I will not disclose my locations anymore.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I switch every few years just to keep everybody on their toes. So
all right, just make sure you pack up the 100 bottles of lubricant.
Oh my God.
Well, we about to get into that. All right. So with that being said, I'm glad y'all mentioned it. First and foremost, again, make sure y'all get y'all tickets to Let's Rant About It. First get the one Atlanta. So I'm gonna be in Atlanta. And then make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. And you know what's so funny? I was always amazed when niggas would tell me about how much more pretty they chick is than mine. I'll be like, bullshit. Nigga, my chick will absolutely shit on your chick. 100%.
That's disgusting.
Anyways, let's get to it. So Diddy. All right, let me give y'all the latest updates that I was able to find. on Diddy in particular, and then we're going to go from there.
Hallie, and tonight we are learning in just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail. Instead, he's going straight to jail tonight after Diddy pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Want to show you some of these brand new court sketches coming into us, like literally in the last 90 seconds. This is Combs in court after prosecutors arrested him at a hotel in Manhattan. It's where he's apparently been living for weeks, according to what a person familiar with the move tells NBC News. All of it a tipping point now in that sprawling federal investigation into the superstar's alleged years of sex crimes dating back to 2009. As we're just getting in some new and deeply disturbing details about the allegations against him and what looks like a massive criminal operation, allegedly. At least 50 victims and witnesses so far. And at the center of it, these hours and days-long sex acts known as, in their words, freak-offs that Combs supposedly orchestrated to abuse his victims.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
Prosecutors say Combs punched and kicked his victims to try to keep them under control. He'd also, they say, filled them up with drugs like ketamine and ecstasy for long periods of times, even using incriminating records to try to manipulate his victims. Prosecutors say they discovered this wide range of evidence against Combs in several raids. They found things, they say, like AR-15s, narcotics, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants. We should note here that an attorney for Combs says that he, I'm quoting here, will fight this with all of his energy. His team is already planning to appeal the bail ruling, meaning they will be back in court tomorrow, as Combs has, as we mentioned, pleaded not guilty. We've got team coverage. Laura Jarrett standing by with the legal analysis piece of it. But I want to start outside court with Julia Ainsley, because, Julia, this went fairly late into the day. I know you've been at the courthouse as a judge, as we've just learned, is denying this request for bail. Explain why that is and what else we've learned today.
Yeah, that's right. We were in there for about 2 hours as the Justice Department from the Southern District of New York laid out their case, very similar to what you saw in the indictment, saying why he should not be released, because they say that he is a flight risk, he could leave the country, and also that he has a history of obstructing justice. They also...
All right, that's pretty much the gist of it. Thoughts so far?
Mo Diddy.
I got the same thoughts. I got the same thoughts I've always had.
I don't think
thoughts.
he did.
It's not gonna change.
I don't think he. My mic work.
Yeah, you good.
Hey, Quentin is back, y'all. Quentin is back.
Damn, dog.
What? I didn't know if y'all heard. I didn't know if y'all heard me or not.
Quentin is back, y'all.
My bad.
Oh, that's funny.
Go ahead, Quentin. What was you about to say?
I don't know. I just think it's a bunch of harlots they scorned and they want to tell on the nigga because he ain't.
Your mic is kind of low though, Quentin. To be honest with you.
There
you go.
That better?
Yep.
Yeah, way better.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Quentin. Just keep going. Go ahead.
I rebuke. I yield my time to the dark-skinned.
Oh my God! Jesus.
Wow, it's like that. Go ahead, speak your piece.
Go ahead, Slammy. What was your thoughts?
Oh, I got the same thing. Listen, man, don't cross them people, man. Don't go after no lawsuits. Don't do none of that shit, man. Just take your L's and just keep it moving, man. If they want to be racist about not promoting your liquor, just let them not promote it. But you can't take them to court and try and get them for their money. When you know they got all this evidence on you. When you know they fund a lot of your bullshit. When you know they be at your freak offs, that's what you want to call it. Like, you can't go after the people that, I don't want to say made you, but kind of like held you down and let you get away with all your bullshit. You can't go after them later on because, yeah, that's what happened.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened though?
Come on,
I heard they offered to buy his company out. Man, my stuff is lagging. They offered to buy his liquor business because they seen what was coming down the pipe and they wanted to distance themselves from him.
That might seem like that might be what's going on as damage control, but in reality, that boy took them to court. He took them to court. Like,
I think
he
it's so
broke the
many
golden
moving
rule.
parts for this. It's so many moving parts for this. Damn, we might have to have a deep dive on this. All right, the first thing that I gotta ask y'all is, because they said that they got the tapes. They got a lot of the tapes of the freak offs and stuff. Here's my first question. I'm gonna ask you this, Carrie. Do you think that it's some nervous celebrities?
Oh, I think it's nervous more than celebrities. Celebrities are the least of the concern. I think it's the politicians, it's the business owner, like the large corporation business owners. Yeah, I think
It
it's a
ain't
lot
just
of.
him.
I
There ain't
think it's
no
a
way
lot
it's
of.
just him.
No, I think it's a lot of nervous people.
What do you think they nervous about? Do you think that they nervous from being exposed or nervous from getting indicted?
Both. Both. I think that there's probably some combination of both, because one is for some just as detrimental, if not more, than the other. Especially depending on what type of person it is. Reputation for business owners, again, for politicians, that's a big thing. That's a big deal. And for it to be associated with this particular individual, this particular case. Not that it would be better if it was something different, but nobody wants to be associated with Diddy right now. So, yeah. Yeah. And just looking at the measures that people go through to silence true information, I wouldn't be surprised if all of this is to make sure that certain things are not found out. Because even with the charges, I'm not like, it's unclear to me with the things that they pointed out. Are all of those things what give you the evidence that it's actually sex trafficking as opposed to just some freaky people?
That's
Like,
what I said. That's bullshit.
is the guns, the drugs, the baby oil, are all of those evidence to substantiate the charge? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know how you prove sex trafficking. Not that you can't, but how do you prove it?
I don't
What's the
see it,
proof?
Carrie. Honestly, and that was my next question is, does this change the game of how guys interact with women? Because see, I'm looking at this not just from the Diddy lens. I don't care about Diddy that much. I do think that he's catching. I think that he's being railroaded. I believe that, yeah, the dude is a freak. Yeah, they put horse tranquilizers in each other in order to be able to fuck for like 4 hours. That's a over freak. You a over freak on that shit. But I don't think that he made anybody do anything against their will at all. I think that every woman that was there signed up because they wanted the clout, they wanted to be with a rich dude. That's what comes along with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be getting fucked on and all of this shit. I don't think that that's a, like, nobody is confused. You know what you was doing when you was getting involved with Diddy. But here's a part that I want to have a conversation about also. I want to explore this part. Does this? I'm gonna ask Quentin. Oh, Quentin's camera went out. Um, Let me ask Slimmy then for when Quentin comes back. But do you think that this changed the dynamics of how men interact with women? Because when I read the indictment and I read it on a live stream on the Anton Daniels channel, I didn't see anything in there that you could say trafficking. Because that's a very loose term that they just using to throw at people, right? And it's almost like they framing it to where anything you do with a person that then cross state lines or catching a plane or something like that, flying chicks out or whatever, and then they, you know what I'm saying, it becomes a charge that's associated with it. It seems like they're labeling it, if they can then charge you from a criminal perspective, as trafficking when it just was a fucking freak off. And so you could say, yeah, he put his hands on people, or, you know what I'm saying, he kicked Cassie or whatever. And a lot of that indictment was based off of what we seen in that CNN video and the allegations from Cassie. But do you think that men will start being a little bit kind of like the Me Too movement, being a little bit more scared of dealing with women, especially when it comes to flying them out.
No, they're not gonna change. It's still gonna be these thirst McGurks. They still gonna do what they do. That shit ain't gonna change. I don't care what
You don't think
nobody
so?
say. No, absolutely not. The main thing is though, the reason why all this is happening is because they used Cassie and Young Miami. They got them off the hook by victimizing them because they was the ones that was bringing the dudes in. So if it is trafficking, if it's or considered trafficking, they were the ones doing the work, going ahead picking the men for Diddy. But they off the hook because they victims now, which is why like Young Miami came out. All this is it's all a play, man. Like those women is off the hook. Now he got to stand through it by himself. He got to go through the fire solo dolo. And honestly, it's still his fault. It's still his fault. You just, man, you got to move a
What's
certain
his
way when
fault,
you
Slimmy?
being
What's
evil.
his fault?
Just doing evil. Like, man, he's doing evil, man. He
Yeah,
doing the work
but
of evil.
I get that, and I'm with you on that. I'm not gonna dispute that, but
They piling on.
that's what I'm saying. Is the charges that's being levied against him justified? Is what I'm saying.
No, hell no. But you can't do what he did. You can't go at Diego
I don't.
and
You
then think
can't
they
say
not gonna pile
that.
on you.
Like the Southern District of New York is the king dingling of every district attorney's office in the world. When them niggas come to your door, you going to jail.
Yeah.
They didn't start
Them
coming to
niggas,
his door
not the
though.
Northern District, not the Eastern District. When the Southern District of New York come to your door, it's a wrap.
But Quentin, here the question still remains: is it justified?
Yeah, I think I think they have enough to do it. Yeah, for sure.
Trafficking?
All of yes, by the letter of the law. I think they got all of it.
How? How do we prove trafficking?
How do you prove trafficking?
And
I'm sure
racketeering.
the amount of digital information that they had to comb through. I think that's probably how you kind of prove it.
But how can
Comb.
what?
They
So
said
what?
that
So,
they had like they said that nigga had like 90 cell phones or something. Like what the fuck?
what does that mean?
Nigga, there's a whole bunch of messages about put this bitch on the plane and pay this much money to track with this girl. Come on now, nigga.
Ain't nobody saying pay this money to traffic this girl. Hey, put that home on
Nigga,
the plane.
if anyone
Let's
looked
go
at
to
my
a
text
party.
messages, no, nigga. If anyone looked at my text messages, y'all would think I'm a racist that hate women and I am a murderer.
No.
Looking at my text
Come on, bro.
messages.
Hold on.
I'm
Let's
just
be-
saying, like
Let's
the
be
worst
honest
things
though.
are said when you think nobody's looking. What you talking
It's
about?
not bad. Listen. Everybody know that prior to all of this Cassie shit, a Diddy party was supposed to be legendary. Like he was everybody
Shit, it
wanted to
is,
go.
nigga. That's why I'm about to get locked up for life, man.
But my point is that that's not trafficking because some hoes want to come back to the hotel and do some wild shit. That's not trafficking, bro. Like, I mean, y'all not helping me to understand, honestly, how you prove trafficking from a bunch of people that actually was all in a party together. Nobody is helping me to understand that.
Yeah, well, they said multiple times, and this is what you can't dispute, that they have video of all this stuff. Like, who knows what the video says or shows? Like, it could show coercion. That's what's involved in trafficking.
I'm just curious why they wouldn't say that that's what the videos show. Like, would they keep that quiet? Because
They don't never say that. They always say this is an ongoing investigation. We'll answer questions later. That's like typical what they say when people start asking specific questions in that manner. That's normal.
Because when they were just saying that they were saying that people, I don't know what people they were talking about that said that he would hit women and beat them to get them to stay. Who did they say said that? I didn't hear that part.
They didn't name any names outside of people.
But not the name, but was that the like witnesses testimony, or was that what they got as a result of video evidence? That's what I was unclear about. Like, is this a matter of hearsay? in terms of the sex trafficking itself. I get the drugs and the guns, but the sex trafficking, I'm just curious how, like, is he beating people on camera?
You have to realize sex trafficking is pretty much forced prostitution. To put it in layman's terms, you're forced prostitution.
But ain't nobody forcing you to be here.
So then maybe they have bank transactions or like from one place to the other, and then they correlated that with his private jets flight plan, and then.
But you got to remember though, Carrie, prostitution is. I'll put you
prostitution as a crime ain't shit. It ain't shit. Like just normal prostitution ain't shit.
But here's the problem though, Quentin. That same thing that used to be prostitution, they're now labeling that as trafficking. Prostitution ain't just prostitution ain't prostitution no more. Prostitution is only prostitution when you're doing it by yourself. If you got a dude that you working with, that's trafficking. Because then they're gonna say that
it's coerced.
They're gonna say that he's human trafficking her.
That's
the difference. That's why all of them pimps, they got out of the game. Remember when it used to be pimps up, hoes down, and all of that stuff? That used to be a thing. That shit died. The minute that they brought out that whole trafficking shit, that shit died. It died immediately.
You have to realize that you can't dispute this. You can say no or whatever. The amount of video that they said that they have, like if he's threatening someone to make them have sex, that's sex trafficking. End of story.
That's not what the video. That's not what the indictment said. I read the whole thing.
The indictment didn't say anything in particular like that.
It did. The indictment said they had video of the freak offs, and that they had the.
Okay, what if their freak offs included video?
Hold on. It said it had video of the freak offs. It said that it reviewed the video from CNN, and it said it was going by testimony on podcasts and Hollywood blogs. That's what that shit said. It said it was going by Hollywood blogs and podcasts. I got the indictment right here. That shit is crazy.
This is shit that came from the Hillary Clinton emails.
Them having video of freak offs, that's real general of what happened during like he could be beating someone's fucking ass saying
we don't go by
what?
Like, we don't go by what they could be doing. We go by
what do you mean? Yes, they.
No, listen. We don't go by what they could be doing. Only thing that we can go by is what we seen from the indictment letter and what we seen from the press conference. That's not what he said. They was trying to make it seem like because he got money and because he got influence and it was doing the freak offs, that is what influenced people to do the freak offs, and that's it. That in itself is trafficking. That's not right,
what
bro.
You need for an indictment, for the level of information you needed for a grand jury to indict you is super low. It's super low.
That's my point.
But when they do it at this level, all right.
So basically, all you telling me is that because a nigga got money and power, then that warrants trafficking.
Why him? Why nobody else? Why him? This is like he's like Jeffrey Epstein Jr. Like,
you know why him and why nobody else? I'm gonna tell you why. This is my theory. Is listen, court of public opinion. This is the first thing. And the second reason is because I believe that everybody is going against him because they don't want to catch no charges. And it's easier to get a bunch of people to testify against you if they don't want to be exposed. When you get to a certain level, and now it's becoming a money grab, and B, it's a bunch of people that's also involved. They willing to say anything and throw a nigga under the bus when they start to catch heat. That's why if you read the indictment, it was saying, oh, we got all of these other people that want to testify against him. Where you think they got them people from? You think them people just volunteered?
The Southern District of New York's office is impeccable.
Man, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
What are commercial sex workers?
I would guess those were probably the people that they saying that he hired, the bulls or whatever, the dudes that was coming in and fuck on people. So if you go on and you hire people, and in Cassie's paperwork, she was basically saying that they would go and find people online, men online, to come in and have men to come in and have freak offs with them and stuff.
It's a fancy word for prostitute.
Yeah, it's male prostitutes or women prostitutes, people that you bring in.
So
All
would
the
you
same.
All these
consider
hoes that sell a box on Instagram, that's commercial,
would would you
commercial, whatever.
consider would you consider commercial sex workers victims as well?
No, because they selling box online.
Okay, because that's what I'm reading. Like that's what's confusing to me. Is it says the indictment says freak offs occur regularly, sometimes lasted multiple days, and often involve multiple commercial sex workers who were at times allegedly transported across state lines or internationally.
Correct.
But
So
then,
if I hire you, let's say I get with a little chick, or in Diddy's case, I don't want to refer this to me, but in Diddy's case, he would say, "Hey, go online and find some people to do some freak offs." And let's say they in New York, but the person that's advertising the services is over in LA. All right, listen, we'll catch you a flight and we'll pay you for your services. You selling box. Come on over here and let's have some sex.
okay,
You
but
see what I'm
then it
saying?
says,
That's
but
what
then
it
it
is.
says
It's flying hoes out and paying them for pussy.
But then it says before freak off, enterprise members, Combs staff, and associates, the indictment said would allegedly arrange travel for the alleged victims, deliver Combs lump sums of cash to pay the commercial sex workers, and schedule the delivery of IV fluid. So there's sex workers and then there's victims. I'm just trying. Those are
There's
two.
set people that was a part of the freak offs. Some of them are now, like a Cassie, for example, is considering they participated, but now they're considering themselves victims.
What's even worse about all this?
It's so
Even after they rated his shit, he kept doing it. They said that. That's why they didn't. That was one of the reasons they said they didn't allow him bond. They were like, he was while he knew he was under investigation, his actions didn't change.
I didn't read
Listen,
that.
I didn't read it either, but um, I don't know where you got that one from, Quentin, but I'm gonna just take your word for it. The point is, for me, it's three takeaways. A, I don't think that he's no different than anybody else that's in the industry. I think that he just became the target. B, I believe, and I agree with Slimmy. I think that this all started because he pissed the wrong people off. Diddy been operating for the last 40 fucking years. All of a sudden, after this Diageo debacle, everything just go to hell. Get out of here, bro. B, I believe that they reaching with the trafficking charges. And then C, I believe that this
Let,
is gonna be a fallout and that people are
let's
gonna
be
be
clear.
forced to change.
That's only one of the charges.
I know it's trafficking, it's
Arson.
racketeering, it's no, it's not. It's
It wasn't.
trafficking,
Arson
arson.
was one of the charges. What are you
It,
talking about?
yeah, it is. It is. It says racketeering, sex trafficking by force. Where was I just saw arson.
There is no arson charge, bro. I read the indictment today.
Nigga, it said
Well,
arson,
I
and they
heard it.
asked him
I heard
about
it.
it
I heard it
in
in the
the
thing
interview. They
because
said,
you know
whose fire was it? They asked him about the
because he
arson
blew up
charge.
That is
what's his
not
name's
an
car.
official charge. It's three charges in the indictment. The arson was one of the examples of what they were trying to use as far as how he had coercion and how he had power to determine, to go and inflict whatever it is to go against people. That's the situation where Cassie was explaining that Kid Cudi tried to talk to her, and then Puff got mad and blew up his car. Arson was not one of the charges.
Oh,
It
you
was.
know what? You go ahead, Anton.
Go ahead, Carrie.
No, you that I get it because it says he also stands accused of narcotics offenses, arson, bribery, kidnapping, forced labor, and other offenses. So I guess
Thank
from
you.
a legal standpoint, just because the accusation is on the table doesn't mean that they like received it
See,
in
they don't
in terms
have
of uh,
actual evidence of that stuff, but because it's because it's alleged,
they're bringing
they
it all.
An
they
accusation does not
stating
mean,
it, but
yeah.
they stating it as they're stating
They
it
they
in the
saying that
media,
a
but
witness
it's
can
not actually
corroborate the
legal.
story. Correct.
Yeah, it's not
The
actually
actual
legal.
charges is only three charges. He is not being charged with
Okay.
arson, bro. Go and read the indictment. I read the whole thing live. I read all 16 pages live. He is not being charged with arson. That's not one of the charges as of right now.
Yeah, I just heard a thing that was that was calling off all these charges, and I heard arson, and I'm like, oh, okay, so they got him on the car, but it's not actually legal.
I'm sure
So
Carrie, our resident researcher,
he might not even.
would
He
be
might
able
not
to,
even.
because that's the first thing Carrie do is he start researching.
One moment, I'm gonna text TLA. One moment, please.
I don't care
Wait,
what
dude,
you text. We all read.
hold
We all
on, dude.
read.
Dude. So he might not actually go to jail then. He might not actually go to prison.
He gonna go to jail. They gonna make sure he
might not
does.
actually
He ain't gonna go to jail. I'm gonna tell you the right.
You don't think
Exactly
so?
what happened to Epstein gonna happen to him. He gonna end up hung in somebody's cell.
No, don't
Oh
say
no. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Diddy ain't gonna have no problems in no jail cell.
Yes, he is.
Ain't
No,
gonna have no-
somebody else gonna have a problem with him, and they
Man,
gonna
bro.
make it look like he committed suicide, so he can't tell on nobody else.
Y'all wild, bro. Y'all some wild dudes.
Nah, Diddy ain't gonna have no problems in no prison.
Y'all gonna listen. I read the charges, and I didn't see any charge. There is no charge as of right now. This is a fact. This is not even my opinion. There is no charge for arson. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up the fucking indictment now, since y'all just want to act crazy, man. Y'all crazy in real life.
We got our resident researcher in the bottom left.
Y'all are crazy.
So whatever Carrie says, I'm gonna agree with. If Carrie says it, it's true.
I'm trying to get to the actual indictment.
I'm about to pull it up on the screen right now. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, Melanie, let her explain it. I'll listen to her too.
Oh my God. See, Quentin is compromised. Don't worry about it, y'all.
Jesus.
Yeah, because in the beginning of this one, it says 3 different things: sex trafficking.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to pull it up right now. We ain't got to worry about it. This is the actual document that was filed. Okay, September 17th, 2004.
It's blurry. I can't see it.
It's not blurry. Let me go down to it. That's the background. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the actual charges. Government respectfully submits this letter in anticipation of the defendant's appearance before this court later today in support of the government's request for the defendant's detention pending trial. All right. That's if he released. That's the background. All right, so this is the charges right here. On September 17th, an indictment returned by the federal grand jury sitting in the Southern District of New York was unsealed, charging the defendant with racketeering conspiracy from in or about 2008 through on or about the date of the indictment, sex trafficking, right, and interstate transportation to engage in prostitution. Those are the 3 charges. There is nothing in here that he's being charged for when it comes to arson.
Do Control F and push arson.
So when they mentioned the fact that they picked up all of those guns, like the implication to me was that they were illegal, but they might not have been, or they might have been registered to someone else. Because I would think that
what makes them illegal is that you scratched off the serial numbers. What makes it illegal as fuck.
So why didn't they include that with the charges then? I wonder.
It's an ongoing investigation, and I can't answer those questions at this time. That question was asked. The same question was asked of the default. The default, that nigga's face looked like a default avatar. His head and the glasses guy, the DA. No, you don't think so?
What?
No, you looking. Pull up the DA. Look at this nigga circle head with his circle glasses. It looks like the default avatar when you're trying to pick what your face looks like. It's the default head and it's the default glasses. They do.
Y'all crazy.
But yeah, that question was that question was asked to him, and that's what he said. He said that's what he said to all the questions, pretty much.
So they're still working on trying to prove that that's okay. They still trying.
Because they said there's a whole bunch of more people. They said there's at least like 90 witnesses.
I think he's gonna wind up taking it. He's gonna wind up taking a plea deal anyway. So
Yeah, they got the thing about it is Diddy. Diddy is just like he's kind of like the figurehead of all this. It's way more people that's really involved. He's just gonna be the one that goes down for it all because you know what he did. It was it's so many people involved in that shit, man. He's definitely not the ringleader, but he's just the one that's got to go down for it.
Yeah.
Cause it's probably like some real high ups, way bigger than Diddy at them damn freak offs,
I think
and
he
they
gonna
not
get
trying to.
called. He gonna get caught, and about a year later, they gonna get J Lo and put her in jail.
No,
Huh?
this is. I don't think so.
J Lo.
Like I said, I think he's
J
gonna take a plea
J
deal.
Lo is in jail.
I think he's gonna take a plea deal, and that's gonna be that. So personally, I don't know.
Wow.
It's it's unfortunate though to have the whole world at your hands and to fumble it all. So
It's
That's
the
the
wrong
perfect word
timing.
though. He fumbled it.
And so, well, he thinks. I will say that he definitely let his ego get the best of him, and this is not the time to try to prove that you are. What's the guy from Avengers that you're Thanos? Not
Hmm.
trying to prove that
Well,
at
he ain't. He
all.
ain't. He ain't
I think
At
that
Thanos.
all.
it's gonna be some change behavior going forward though, in my opinion, personally.
You
So
think dude's gonna stop? You think dude's gonna stop flying them out? They
yes.
ain't gonna get flued out as much.
I don't think that it's gonna completely stop, but I think that there's gonna be some adjustments being made. Um because bro, listen, you can't just start throwing around the word trafficking and think that people gonna take that lightly. I don't think that people take that lightly. I think that that becomes an issue when you start throwing
Yeah.
that around. That becomes an issue, bro. Personally, so when that's a big deal, dog. You can catch life for trafficking, life.
I still think they just really like used a big name, another big name to distract us from those emails.
That it could
Um,
be
I,
three things
I
can be
don't
true
care
at the
what
same
nobody
time.
say. They still ain't exposed what was in them emails. They still haven't talked about those motherfucking the people that went to that island, but they all over this Diddy shit. This shit ain't getting swept under the rug. They gonna keep this shit in the press for as long as they can, but they ain't gonna expose all that other shit. And I ain't even saying like it's really no racist issue type thing. It's just that it's way
I,
bigger
I've been
names in
preaching.
that email.
I've been preaching dick discipline from the time I've been on the internet. Niggas been fighting me. They've been debating me. They've been telling me that I'm wrong. They say that I keep trying to police niggas in the box that they getting. Okay. Okay. Now all of that shit changed. Now everybody is like, yeah, man, we need to have some dick discipline. You see how shit change over time?
It sounds
Yeah.
like this is bigger than DICK discipline.
No, it ain't. Because the thing about it is, I always say,
I'm not saying that word again, Quentin. I said it one
I
time on
say
last.
all the time
How did I
that
see?
I say all the time that character is the thing that's gonna keep you when you start to become successful. The shit that you was able to get away with when you don't have as many resources is not the shit that you can get away with when you start to get more visible and you start to have resources. And dick discipline is gonna keep you out of trouble. But everybody kept arguing with me, no, nigga, with more money come more power. You can get anything you want. No, it comes at a price. Eventually, it's going to come at a price. That's why I don't be at the after parties. That's why I don't fuck around. That's why I'm not getting caught up in that shit. You ain't
Mm.
never, ever, not one person could ever come back and say, yo, Anton did me dirty. No, you can't. Nobody can ever say that. And trust me, with all of the shit that I talk online, somebody would have been came out by now. I talk
That's
big
a
shit.
fact.
I talk big shit. And I'm gonna still keep talking big shit. You know why? Because I ain't worried about that type of shit. So, but most people don't have the dick discipline. Most people can't be around a girl or be around a beautiful girl and just, you know what I'm saying, keep it marketing, keep it business, keep it G, and create content. Most people can't do that. And so as a result, you taking a chance, Russian roulette. So
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
my opinion, anyways.
Ain't no dick discipline for no freak though. Like that's just
Yes, it is. Yes,
they
it
ain't got no
is.
they ain't got no discipline, man. That's why they a freak.
Listen, man, when you facing the possibility of going to jail, all that freak shit for me go out the window.
Shit, them
I can't
motherfuckers probably
listen. I
want to go
can't.
to jail.
Nah, dog. I can't even get hard thinking about jail.
Woo, hell no.
I can't get it
Oh
up thinking
no.
about no jail. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no.
Let me go ahead
Uh,
and read these super chats and we can keep it moving. Bet Diddy got some Democrats on video. Deleted. Yo, that's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. Why would he still have the videos when he knew? Anyways, Chris Mayberry says CD Jakes is shaking prostrate right now. Shout out to you. Eric Harris says the man had 1,000 baby oil. Yeah, why did he have 1,000 things of baby oil? That junk is crazy.
Because niggas having sex for multiple
Stop.
days, nigga. You
Don't,
need to
don't, don't,
So you
don't,
need
need all
don't
the
1,000.
say it, bro.
You need
yes, nigga.
1,000
Yes, for
baby
all
oil
and all for
bottles.
all the people. Yes, 100%.
Bro, you can't even use one whole baby oil bottle. Like,
No.
dog, you know how much baby
I'm
oil
not,
that
I'm
is
not
in
trying
one
to
bottle?
justify, but he probably bought them by the cases. How much is
yeah,
cheap?
like, and he said they were
I'm
spread
not
across
justifying.
hotels, like multiple hotels or something. They said something like that.
That's some weird shit. High Tolerance
Oh,
says
nigga, you
best
fucking
believe.
you go like this, nigga. When you want them motherfuckers, you get it on some shit. You just it's like a water gun.
Wait a minute, Quinn. How the hell you know?
Nigga, you put some plastic down, nigga, so you don't get the sheets all messed up. Like it ain't like this. It ain't like you get some baby go doo doo. You like
I was just saying it could be a
Hell
thousand.
no, I ain't doing all that because that shit gonna get
I
everywhere.
wasn't saying all of what Quentin's saying. I'm just saying he probably
I
got a
just
good distributor
no
deal.
man. I
You know
just
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
see the cheek shine. I don't want to. I don't want the squirt like all like that. That shit look
Best
crazy.
believe Diddy is going Alpo. He ended 2024 with a bang, bang, bang.
they don't
Viral
call me
Syndicate
cute
1
for no
says,
reason.
here's a take. What if they pushing Kamala so hard so she can pardon all of the Dems that possibly get caught up in this case?
Mm.
I'm gonna come back to
Wow.
Leland Brown because you showing off. Gary Jason Lewis says this isn't new. They used the Mann Act. The Mann Act, previously called the White Slave Traffic Act of 1910, to get Jack Johnson, the first black white champ.
Oh
Shout out to you. I
yeah.
appreciate you.
Jack
That's
Johnson was
heavyweight.
destroying
Heavyweight.
people.
Yep.
Jason Henry says arson can be included in racketeering along with the drugs. C Key says, Anton, you going to have to send them super duper dope chicks through Greyhound bus, nigga.
Oh gosh.
YG Society, no, all flights is canceled. Greyhounds flight, everything is canceled. Can't nobody come through no more. YG Society says he might be looking at the death penalty if Trump get elected. That's a part of the Agenda 47 policy. Leland Brown, shout out to Leland Brown with the 100 ball, says this is the perfect example of the creed that Anton's life is an example of live clean with no consequences. Regardless of the accusations are true or not, it represents an unclean lifestyle. No proof is required when someone wants to destroy you with immoral evidence. Yo, that is a dope super chat. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for holding us down. All right, y'all. Y'all want to get into the next thing?
I love
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's go.
Curveball.
Oh.
Kamala Harris recently did an don't you get extra on me, Carrie.
Uh-oh.
Kamala Harris recently did an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, in which they called me in order to react to on Fox News today. But I want to get to a specific point because this is a fairly 40-something minute long rambling. I'm gonna see if I can get to a specific point where she was talking. Because they asked her about black men and how they felt about Trump.
Security and Palestinians an equal.
All right, not that
A
part.
deal done. Support the need for Palestinians.
The commission to study the history of U.S. slavery and study the issue of reparations. She introduced H.R. 40 every session of Congress, taking up the mantle from Congressman John Conyers. This is a bill that you have co-sponsored as a U.S. Senator. Yet, this has, despite the fact that this has been, similar commissions have been created on the state level and on the local level, is yet to pass in Congress, let alone come out of committee. Congresswoman Jackson Lee, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and other advocates have called for President Biden to take executive action to create this commission. Would
They talking about reparations for black people. All right.
you, as president, take executive action to create this commission, or do you believe that it should happen in Congress?
Well, first of all, as you mentioned, Sheila Jackson Lee, she was an extraordinary leader who we just recently lost, and she was a friend and a real champion for so many issues. So I feel compelled to say that about her. On the issue of what we need to do going forward, look, first of all, we just need to speak truth about history, in spite of the fact that some people would try and erase history and try and teach our children otherwise. We need to speak truth about the generational impact of our history in terms of the generational impact of slavery, the generational impact of redlining, of Jim Crow law. I could go on and on and on. These are facts that have had impact. And we need to speak truth about it. And we need to speak truth about it in a way that is about deriving solutions. And frankly, I think that we, and part of that is studying it to figure out exactly what we need to do. But part of what we can do right now is, for example, what I'm talking about in terms of building an opportunity economy.
Okay, so basically what
Man,
she said,
cancel this whole man. What?
hold on, Slimmy, let me give you the clip notes. So basically what she said.
Yeah, Gary, he extra. You ain't seen Slimmy. We apologize.
Basically what she's saying.
No, that was totally appropriate.
Listen, what she's saying, long story short, I'm gonna give you all the cliff notes because she do a lot of word salading. She goes on to promote. Well, here, I'll play a little bit more and then I'll give y'all the cliff notes. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Addressing explicitly, and we need to speak truth about it, and we need to speak truth about it in a way that is about deriving solutions. And frankly, I think that we, and part of that is studying it to figure out exactly what we need to do. But part of what we can do right now is, for example, what I'm talking about in terms of building an opportunity economy, which is addressing explicitly the obstacles that historically and currently exist and dealing with them: student loan debt, medical debt, bias in home appraisals.
So she just basically said, listen, she promoted her opportunity economy that don't have shit to do with reparations, which I'm not even a reparations advocate, but I thought that it was an interesting question because they then go on to ask a question about black men and how they align with Trump. And she basically was like, hey, let's just talk about it. We just need to acknowledge it and maybe study a little bit more. All right. So what are y'all thoughts on this?
Man, cancel this hoe, man. Cancel this hoe, man. Like dead ass. I'm not joking.
Why you want to cancel this hoe?
If you vote for her, you are a plumb motherfucking fool, man. And I don't even get into this shit, man. I don't care about politics, but I've never, ever in my life, and I've been able to vote for what, like 20 plus years. So never in my life have I seen somebody who's unequipped to lead as this. This woman just dodged. She dodges every question. She's a professional question dodger. She escaped. Like, this is what she do. She don't know how to answer a question. I've never seen this before.
Never in your life has a Democratic nominee been that by default.
But never did what?
No, yeah, never. You know, exactly.
Democratic nominee by default. Right? No one voted for her.
Yeah, that's true.
This is insane.
What do you think about it, Carrie?
This is what you get when the people don't vote for you. This is what it looks like.
Carrie, what would you like? What do you think about her answer?
Okay.
You was a little animated also.
Because I am the type of person, my father taught me, when you ask a question, when you ask for a letter question, you need to get a letter answer. When you ask for a number question, you need to get a number answer. So for me, all the times that I hear her dodging these questions, it's so laughable because it's so easy to come right back at her and just shut it down. Like, no, you didn't answer my question. Are you going to create the committee? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can't believe that I'm trying not to like undervalue the intellect of the people who are interviewing her, but you almost have to, or you have to believe that they're afraid to come back at her. Like, I don't understand it. And I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, I really don't think she wants this position. I don't. I really don't. And until I listened to that lady you had on one of your clips today, Anton, where she said, I feel bad for her. I was like, I don't feel bad for her. But listening to this, I'm starting to feel bad for Kamala. I'm starting to feel bad because I think that she really does not know what to say.
No way that she actually felt
Man,
bad for her.
that's her fault.
No way that she actually felt bad for her.
I don't really feel bad for her like that, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
it seems like they have just kind of listen, smile, laugh. They like your laugh, and focus on your opportunity economy. Focus on this, focus on that. Like, that's all you need to do. And more people are coming at her in different ways, and she's just like, the opportunity. Like, it's hard to watch at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But no, don't feel bad for nobody, cause this is what these motherfuckers wanted. This is what they wanted.
Who? No,
Period.
I don't think.
No, this is what they wanted. There is so many, man. I don't know if you've been watching, but it's so many women that just be on IG. Every little thing that you could post about Cam is on their motherfucking IG. You can't feel sorry for this motherfucker, man, because she taking this shit with stride. She's moving with this shit, and she continues to be programmed. She could literally break out that program and then just be like, "Hey, look, I ain't doing shit for black folks," like she said before, which she already did. She's on record saying that. Period. She can say it now. Say it. That's how you really feel. You're not black. You still going with these narratives. And in this interview, she herself said she was black. So she's not really being exactly how she should. She said in this interview. She said she's black.
That's like the first time I heard her ever claim
Yeah, yeah.
Not in this interview, Slimmy.
I didn't think I heard it.
Not this one.
Don't she when she start talking about them black dudes? Aren't they going?
I'm black.
Yeah. Yeah. She said I'm black. Play it, Anton. She gonna say it.
She touched herself like this. It's on.
Ask her next question.
Wait. Give me a second. On this interview?
Yes.
It was on. Yes. It was on yours because I saw it when.
Yeah, it was on yours.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Whatever
She
says on yours.
On this next segment, when they ask her about the black men, when they ask her about the black men, she eventually goes on to say, "I'm black." Yeah.
All right, let me play it. Give me a
What
second.
we need to blackly resist her pregnancy. All of
It should happen through executive order or via Congress.
I think
We've seen school closures, parents worried about their kids leaving the home because of racist conspiracy theories. Is this mitigated by any rational action, or is this a situation?
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Give me a second.
Hold on. Why that nigga got that afro like that, man? Why that nigga got that afro?
I'm a fast forward to try to get the part where she said.
Jesus, boy.
But that's how she
responsible for most homicides and violent crime.
Yeah,
FBI data shows
So what, Carrie?
While you were fast forwarding it, that's like how she sounds to me.
Glitching.
Were involved in 59%.
She sounds like she glitching.
So a lot of gun safety laws. Just want to know.
And respectfully, we
had myself,
I'm sick of her, man.
including that down approach.
Oh God.
Thinking of that is
Unreal.
Into law has heard more of a violent faith. Let
And your opponent and Republicans
What was
have
that face
at
you
times
made?
weaponized you laughing in campaign ads, for example. Why is joy important to you?
Okay,
to
let me see if I
insert
can
into this?
rewind it.
But
Give me
in
a
the
second.
way that we send weapons,
Yeah,
in the way that we
it's when she
interact
talk
as
about the
their
black
ally,
men,
are there
the Trump
specific
shit.
policy changes?
Well, Eugene, for example, one of the things that we have done that
I gotta find it. Give me. You gotta give me a second.
anybody go through those
Just play your
obstacles.
interview. Play your
worked
segment.
against your on a
What's in
partner
your segment?
Hold on.
and policy
All right.
available,
I gotta
deal and a two-state solution as
and it has to end as soon as possible. That not a God. Ability and wins. But absolutely
that would help this along, because you've gotten a lot of credit for emphasizing the humanity of Palestinians. But what I often hear from folks is that
the Prime Minister support and
bill, one of a few, was H.R. 40, which would create a commission to study the history of U.S. slavery and study the issue of reparations.
Maybe I need to rewind it. Hold on.
we have to do, yes. Country. So my opportunity to build, I'm just going
to one part of
Yeah.
an ecosystem.
Right.
Please tell us.
not only and
I gotta
and
find
be
it.
able to meet all.
I can't find it.
Saying that I think it's very important to not
I think this is it
operate
right here.
from the assumption that black men are not
All right, so this is the part. I gotta go.
into
go to the
affordable
question.
child care.
Vice President, black men, as you know, are a closely watched voting bloc. You've hosted black men at your residence.
Yep.
You have engaged black men and centered them in your economic opportunity tour. But polling shows that some black men, particularly young black men, are considering voting for Donald Trump, and they see him as better for the economy. What is your message to young black male voters who feel left out of this economy, and how can your economic policies materially change their lives?
So I appreciate the spirit of the question, but I'll tell you, I've often been asked this question in a way that I've had to respond by first saying that I think it's very important to not operate from the assumption that black men are in anybody's pocket. Black men are like any other voting group. You got to earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote, not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black, but because the policies and the
there it is.
Got you. I got you.
Yep.
All right, I got you.
That's like the first time I ever heard her say that.
I got you.
She only said it because she had the
National Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah. That's the only reason she said it.
They won't say it on the debate stage with 51 million people of others watching too.
Shit is insane. She would not say that shit at the presidential debate. She wouldn't say that shit on that whatever that was where she was failing to answer questions again with that white dude.
I don't blame her. Fuck y'all.
Hell no. She want to get them motherfucking votes from everybody.
Yeah,
but now she gonna capitalize.
When is the VP debate with Vance and old Walt's buddy?
I think October 6th or something. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know exactly.
That shit, man.
That shit gonna be lit.
JD, no, it ain't. There's gonna be a slaughter.
It is. That's what's gonna make it so lit.
That nigga JD takes all the smoke.
and he got to come back for everything. It seems
everything. He that annoying white dude, like nigga, you just keep talking, but he be having substance.
Yeah, JD is he a different beast. I would be if I'm Tim Walz, I wouldn't want to.
Years older than he is, ain't he?
Listen, I seen Walz answer. He couldn't even answer a question for when he was sitting next to Kamala Harris. JD Vance is a different monster.
I got a question though. How did the Democrats? They've been pulling this wool over people's eyes for so long. How do they not have good candidates? Why they gotta keep pulling the wool over people's eyes? Why do they gotta keep pulling the wool over people's eyes? Why can't they just have good candidates? People that know what the fuck they doing. Why would you do that? Why is that whole joint full of imbeciles?
The goal isn't to actually fix anything. The goal is to stay in power. And to make sure that you and your friends can stay in power. That's the goal.
And to run it up while you can.
The goal ain't to fix y'all. What do you mean they need good candidates? Good candidates to do what? To fix the problems that they create for us? Democrats create problems so that they can fix them. Listen, Slimmy, they left the borders open. They sued Texas in order to open up the borders. They're creating the problem that then keeps them in power that they can then say we solve for. What do you mean?
Shit's sick, man.
Yeah, it's a monster. So, all right, let me read a couple of super chats and then we're gonna move on. Kamala is our only hope, says Smooth Artist. Gary Jason Lewis says this is a joke. A bunch of softball questions playing footsie and vibing out with a fake sister girl. Where's Roland Martin yelling and interrupting like he did with Trump at the first National Association of Black Journalists? Yeah, that's true. Kamala said, blah, 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 opportunity economy, blah, 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 womp, womp, womp. And Antonio Watkins says, first Yada and possibly Dr. Umar versus Time Dog. Oh, they trying to get them all on there at the same time. They're trying to get us all up there at the same time. Thank you. Hardly initiated for this show. Second, Diddy ordered a pallet full of baby oil. It's super free. High Tolerance says, being on a panel with junior scholastic journalists, her babble was consistently fluid. The Biz Q in the building says Rachel Dolezal said she was black too. Yeah, that is true. Y'all know who Rachel Dolezal is? Y'all don't know who Rachel Dolezal is?
That's the white lady who
yeah
made herself black.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, where'd she disappear to?
She around somewhere.
Damn.
But on the flip side of that, Brittany Renner explains how she may be making some adjustments or her life has been affected as a result of recently becoming Muslim. All right, so I'm not even going to. I'm just going to go straight to her TikTok page, and then we can go from there. So this is her. This is what she had to say about.
Let's before you play this, let's take a look at her car with the panoramic sunroof. Okay, go.
Yeah, she got the Mercedes.
Oh, that shit look fire. That shit fire.
Broke, but whatever.
But she had this before she turned Muslim, to be fair.
Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
What? Wait, what?
Start it over. Start it over.
No, don't start it over, bro.
Yes, it's not like she was choking on some cock, nigga.
Ain't no way. No, man. Hey, man.
Quentin, you got Rita over here cracking
up. No, man. This
you
is
got Rita
insane.
over here cracking up, Quentin.
It sounds like she is choking on some Caucus Maximus.
Stop.
Yo!
She is bidding you peace.
No, don't do that, Quinn, man.
All right, let's listen again. My bad. I apologize.
All right.
That nigga ain't sorry.
Y'all ready?
All right. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Yeah, I gotta go on mute too.
First of all, Allahu Akbar. I've gone through a lot of changes internally. And as a result, my outer world has completely crumbled. Sorry, woo! Wow. Leaving me incredibly uncertain in just about every area in my life. I have no idea where I'm going to live or how I'm going to provide for my son. But Allah has moved mountains for me. And I trust that this will be no different. I feel like Alice when she ate the cookie and her feet went through the windows and she's crammed in the house like that. I've outgrown where I am. The facade is fading, alhamdulillah. And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away. It serves no purpose here. And I don't want a penny more than I'm meant to have because I can do a lot with a little. The facade is fading. And when the facade fades and all the BS is cleared out, it makes room for what has always been for you. First of
all right, thoughts?
That was strange.
It doesn't make you telling us you're going broke while simultaneously saying Allah has moved mountains for you.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Like, what mountains is he moving?
He's saying okay, which the context I think that she's saying
Yeah, the
is
most
that
she's not a whore anymore.
no, she's saying that she's going broke. She's going broke, but she has faith that Allah or God or whatever is going to make a way for her and move mountains.
Well, she said he's already moved mountains, so she also believes that it's going to be pertaining to her financial situation as well. I guess. Oh, I assume she's losing money because all the horse things she does doesn't align with what she believes in now.
Do y'all still think that it's a play?
Yeah, it's like she's laughing and she fiddles with her little what the fuck is that thing on her head?
Haji, that's her Haji. That's her Haji.
I think it's called a hijab.
Hijab? Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
know it's
y'all
one
not
of the
going
other.
for it? Y'all not rocking with her?
No.
What?
Really?
Although she has not been on my algorithm since she announced that she's a Muslim. She disappeared
You don't like
from
her?
my.
So wait a minute. You don't like her because she changed her ways, Quentin?
No, I don't care. I just noticed that until right now, the last time I saw her is when she announced that she was a Muslim, and then now. I haven't used to her ass used to be popping up, bouncing every time before.
Do you support her transition?
No, because I'm Christian, not a Muslim.
But do you support her change?
I support her having better morals. Yes, 100%.
I'm always for somebody upgrading their spirituality.
Do you believe that she's changed, Slimmy?
I don't know her.
If you had to evaluate it, do you think that she's changed? If somebody put a gun to your head,
I never knew her. I never knew nothing about her. I just knew you interviewed her. I knew she was like real popular, and like I don't even know what circle she run in. I don't know how she got popular. I don't know. I really don't know nothing about her, so I can't evaluate her.
She had PJ Washington of the Dallas Mavericks, baby.
Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything about her though. That's
you said you don't know how she became popular. That's your answer.
Oh, that's how she got popular. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how she got popular.
Nigga, I didn't.
I think that was a result.
No, wait.
Listen.
I didn't know her before she had that nigga's baby. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's just say she was a IG model / person that was around in the industry and stuff like that.
For like 10 years though, right? She been around for like 10 years, right?
But I don't know how long she's been around, but
she's on the back half of her stardom, and this is what it is now. Maybe she was going broke. Maybe she saw it coming. Maybe she's like, man, I ain't popping like I used to. Let me go ahead. Instead of people see me going broke, let me give these niggas a reason that I don't have no money.
I'm not judging her, man.
Which is a noble reason. I'm going broke because of this, as opposed to I'm just broke.
Keep striving for greatness, man. I don't care what nobody else talking about. Keep striving for greatness, man. Hunker down in your spirituality, man. If that's what's gonna make you great, keep doing it. Don't worry about
spirituality. What does that mean, Slimmy?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Stay down in your spirituality. What a wild choice of words.
No, that means you burying yourself within your spirituality. You getting stronger within it. Hunker down. That's what that means. Stay low. Stay out the high ground and stay in your spiritual walk, man. That's what that means. Well, that's what I thought it meant. That's what I was told from my family.
What do you think, Carrie? You've been real quiet about this.
I think that she's definitely.
She ain't said nothing.
No, I was letting y'all finish. I think she's definitely at a different point in her journey. I don't know. To me, it looks like she's dealing with who she was, where she is now, and where the who she is now thinks she's supposed to be, versus where the who she was thinks she's supposed to be. So And the reason I say that is because when I saw something come up with her today, and I was like, wait a minute. So I went to her Instagram page, and it's interesting. What's still up there is interesting. What's like
still up there?
how
I haven't seen it.
her old photos of her posing in
Oh yeah,
provocative
okay, I got you.
like that, and
But
then it
you don't
changes.
agree with that? You don't agree with that?
It's not really up for me to agree with or not, because on one hand I could say, well, if she, has this newfound faith and she is clearly, becoming more modest and what have you, then why does she still want that up there? But for all I know, that could be a part of her push or her progression to
Got it. I
say
got
the
what you're
right to
saying.
an example by keeping it up there. Like
Say
if
where
I
you see
wanted,
where you came from, type of thing.
yeah. So if I
Yeah.
wanted to, she gives you enough reason to come up with the story of why it's fake, but she also gives you enough reason to believe that this could really be her going on her journey. So for me, I choose, not that I care, but since you're forcing me to, for me, I choose to give her the benefit of the doubt, because when you're going through changes in general, it's hard, let alone you have branded yourself as like a famous HO. Like you branded yourself that way, and if you did decide you wanted to change, that's gonna look crazy to some degree at some point. It's almost like if you cut your hair and you gotta grow it out, there's gonna be a point when you're growing it out where you're not gonna be able to get a cute style. Like there's a phase in that. So I'm just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt that she's like in the ugly phase of growing out her hair.
I think she gotta keep that separate.
Wait, baby. Before I want to hear Anton, I want to hear what Anton got to say. But before you do that, to stay in a place
Hold
for
on.
a period of time.
Rita says she thinks, and we don't know for sure, but that she thinks that she got to keep that up there because of a contract that she got with maybe like a Fashion Nova or something like that. So
that could be. She still does post that, and that might be true too, because the outfits that she's wearing now, she still bigs up fashionista, like Fashion
With the
Nova
hijab on her head.
you don't like that, Quentin? Why
Carrie's
Quentin don't
right.
like the
She's
hijab?
in the ugly stage of growing out her hair, so wearing a hijab is convenient.
Why Quentin?
That was
Don't like that?
figurative, Quentin. That was figurative.
While you were saying that, I was literally looking at her hairline. I was like, "What's going on under there?"
So Quentin, would have hit it prior to the transition from Muslim to Muslim?
Yeah,
not even hit, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I would have had Diddy send me some baby oil, and we would have got down.
Okay.
Give me a roll pill from Uncle Shay Shay. Yup. Who else I need to call?
Is she less appealing to you now?
Yes, because she's covered. Yes.
Okay. Well, is it because she's covered, or is it because she's Muslim?
It's because she's covered. I'm used to seeing cheeks and titties, and like when girls like make it like sit, and like that shit is like fire.
Okay. All right. So here's the other thing then. Do we like good girls?
Yeah, you asked me what I smash. You didn't ask me.
Well, you said no longer because she's covered though.
Well, that's what as it pertains to my carnal like emotions and sins.
No. But what I'm saying is, I understand that you said you would smash because you find her attractive when she was not covered. But then you said that you don't find her appealing at all because she is covered. So my question is,
well, she's covered in her hijab.
Right. And you said it's not because she's Muslim. You said it's because she's covered. And so what I'm saying now is, be considering your answers, do we not really care for good girls?
To like go in public and like put my life on the line and possibly have you take half of my shit. Yes, I care about good girls.
I don't understand the take
what
half
do you mean?
part. The take half part. I don't understand.
Like to get married and you possibly can ruin my life. Yes, I want a good girl.
But how did you get all the way to there just because she covered?
just said like what I want in a woman for the long term as it pertains to marriage. I want her nice and covered and peaceful, intelligent as hell. Like intelligence is like the first and foremost what I look at in a woman. Like forget your boobs and ass. If you ain't smart, I can't fuck with you. Type shit.
Is she? Is your perspective is your perspective of her change though? Do you see her as more valuable now that she's covered?
No, I think she's fake. Like even just like her talking, her like this like smug little
Damn, nigga.
snicker, this smug laugh that she does. Like no, I think it's fake.
I got you.
And that little flip of her hijab and with her little laugh, I'm like, no, fuck you,
So you don't think she should have personality because she covered?
nigga. Muslims
You
don't
don't
act
think
like
that people can change?
Well,
yes, they can 100%.
well, and that laugh thing, some people do that. Like that could be not a nervous thing for her, but some people that's what they do. I forget, it's called something when you laugh when you're speaking. I forget what it's called. It's
called a
something.
nervous laugh.
It's called a nervous laugh. That's what it's called.
Don't make it harder than it is. It's called a nervous laugh.
But the point is, and that's why I said you can make you can come up with reasons on how this could be a facade, and you could come up with reasons on how this can be a real thing. So I mean, she could be grabbing that and laughing because again, she's also explaining it to people who she knows. Half of them are gonna probably come at her and say it's fake. The other half are probably gonna be like, I'm gonna watch and see if it's fake over time, and then maybe there's another percentage of people who are really appreciative of her sharing, even though it might seem hard to share. So it depends on the perspective you choose to have.
So I went to the comments after you said that, and the first comment says Muslim thirst trapping is wild.
I don't think you could really Muslim thirst trap though. Should more women be covered up?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, just not with a hijab because she looks nice in this. Like she has like a nice little jean set, but this fucking hijab thing is fucking weird. Like, oh, there's some titties. Okay, we showing a little something.
I think that's only for. I think the hijab is only for the. I think that's only the part that covers the hair. I think.
Should all women be covered up like that?
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. For sure. It would lead to way more dick discipline. It would be far less issues.
Like modesty, like
as much as I love it. I love
there's
cleavage
this fine
and
white
cheeks
woman.
out.
There's this fine white woman on my Facebook. I only know her on Facebook. I seen her one time in Brahms. We haven't been at the same Brahms one time, but I always talk to her on Facebook. And she's beautiful, or she used to be beautiful prior to like 6 months ago. And she never been married. She ain't got no kids. She got money. And I'm thinking, why you ain't never got no man? And it's because your pictures. Like, and I was like, modesty is a thing. I don't care that you go to church, but your bathing suit pictures and your gym pictures and your tight pants and your stuff hanging out, like, men, like, I think we value modesty and we don't like that. Like, to be our wives, we don't like cover up, please, and thank you.
No, Carrie.
But you also just said I want to see some
to smash. This is the difference between me. Look, Anton speaks about this in his preachings. You gotta slot these.
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
You gotta slot these women.
No, wait. I'm just asking questions. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
So I slot her.
You gotta answer some of these.
I
some of these.
No.
She split the hose, and then I slot women.
Oh, we gotta get your take.
One of the beautiful things about live streaming with my friends like I am now is that I don't always have to do the heavy lifting. And I give my opinion. I give my opinions on certain topics, and then other topics I can defer to y'all. Right?
Hey, this will seem real convenient though.
No. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. You know me. I don't care. Honestly, you know what it is? I talk so much all day, like all day, from 7 in the morning all the way up until 12 o'clock at night. I just be talking. And so I be wanting to get other people's
Sometimes you
perspectives
want to
too.
chill. I feel it.
Yeah, I mean, I it's not chill. I just be wanting to hear what other people think. I just honestly be wanting, because this ain't really a subject that I care much about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I care, but I don't identify with Muslim culture.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying? So I can comment on the broke part, but the Muslim culture part, it don't resonate with me. I don't really have a tie to it.
So Quinn, if it's you have to pick one or the other, all women covered up, all women out and
Shit.
open.
Covered.
Cap.
Well, because the one I want, I'm gonna get to see all the stuff anyway. Like I don't go out in public and want to see cheeks. Like
Quentin
I can.
loves. And let me call Melanie.
For real?
See?
He couldn't resist. He couldn't resist. Damn.
You
That
know
was
I
crazy.
call. If it wasn't so late, I'd call her too.
Yeah, she been posting with a nigga the last 6 months. I don't like it. Some buff nigga with a beard. Fuck that nigga.
Who, Mel?
Hey,
Yep.
man. I just figured out I just saw who was fine. Like, I just started, like, noticing her. She in my algorithm now.
Who?
Kendra G. She's
You like
stacked.
Kendra? You like Kendra?
Nigga,
She's
she's super
stacked.
She's thick. She thick on thick.
She got, she busting out. Like, yeah, I didn't know she was like that.
Nah,
What's up, Q?
Kendra G is not my style.
So is
She's
Kendra G? Is she more covered up or is she more revealed?
No. Her boobs are so big she can't cover
Yeah,
up.
she can't cover them up. She tried to too. I seen her
No,
going
that's
out her way.
bullshit. Listen.
You can cover
Don't
up
sit here.
anything.
Everybody, I don't care what you can cover up. Don't let that fool you. Oh, my titties are so big that I can't cover them up. That's bullshit.
Them nigga, her one of her thighs is like the size of my waist.
Yeah, I'm not into girls that is big everywhere. That's not my thing.
That shit fun, man.
No,
That shit
no.
fun.
She's one of those super thick girls that don't know what to do with it because she can't dance. And why you got all that and you can't dance?
Really? That's a
That's
turn
just
off.
weird to me. That's just weird to me.
No, my father told me that those type of girls, once they have kids, they blow up.
She don't got no kids though.
Yeah, but they be like one depression, one breakup away from just losing it all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And from being hung in a jail cell for no reason.
yeah, and and I'm not dissing her because I don't have nothing negative to say about her in particular. I'll just say she's not my style. I'm not. I like really slim, small.
You know what I forgot to buy? I forgot to buy my Yeezy socks. Sorry, off topic.
What's easy? Well, I don't know about that.
They like
But
$12.
again, I don't know. I mean, I guess back on the subject of Brittany Renner. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand why people switch to be Muslim. I've always looked at Muslim culture. Most guys that I've ever heard of becoming Muslim, they had to go to jail first. You know what I'm saying? It's a jail.
It's like people don't like. It's like you have to like run into something super extreme for you to like do right, and they always turn to like some kind of religion to do it. It's like, why can't you just change your life just because you want to change? Like, why does it have to be some greater?
Because
cause
most
for
people don't do that. Most people just coast through life. Most people coast through life. Go ahead, Carrie.
No, I was just gonna say, most people unfortunately need pain to change.
Yeah, that's why guys have to suffer.
It's not even about the needing the pain. It's like shooting to religion them to as you're
But
out.
A lot. I mean, I don't know if you've had conversations with people who have actually had that happen, but that was a big thing from where I grew up. Unfortunately, because a lot of dudes also went to jail. But it's a lot of people's story is it sought them out. Like they didn't go seek it. And I will say, I mean, I'm not gonna go into a whole like Christian thing, but in my experience, I can see where it's more welcoming when you're at a lower stage of your life. Like it does, like the Muslim
Put this
community,
out.
brothers of Islam, like it does seem like they are more willing to go out and to help those who are at those types of levels in life than other, religions. So that's been
Now,
my experience.
faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
No,
But see, that's the thing. Go
I
ahead.
don't really identify. Well, I'm not a fair person to use or to assess because I've always been down with my Jesus my entire life. So
I took a break. I took like a 3-year break. I remember when I was in jail and I was
real
reading
break
the
from
writing.
what?
When I was reading, I was in jail and I was reading the writing on the wall, and it says, "God is with you."
You took a break from what? God?
Yeah, man. I was like, man, fuck that shit, bro.
You can't take a break from God.
I told my dad I was gonna do that because this is the don't say nothing. Every Sunday morning, my dad used to come in our room singing to wake us up for church, and I said I can't wait to move out, so I ain't gotta wake up on Sunday morning.
You know, of all of the things that I've been through and all of the transitions that I've made in my life, you know, as you get older, because as we get older and we grow, we evolve. You know, you get older, you put away childish things or whatever. One thing that I've never ever done personally is ever turn my back on God. Ever.
I ain't turned my back. I ain't turned my back on him. That nigga was still on my shoulder tapping me when I was doing dumb stuff. I just wasn't leaning into it.
No, I don't think so. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you can
Don't
disappear
work
from
like
talking to
that.
God, but think that He still participates in your life. I just don't
It
believe
don't
that.
work like that.
I don't believe
You
that. I
gonna.
think
Well,
That's
this
why
is
all
this
that.
is this is this
That's why
is
you go through those
subjective.
trials and
Let's be
tribulations.
clear. This isn't fact. Before you say that's a fact, Slimmy, because that's your catchphrase.
I'm about to say nothing like that.
Like God is present whenever you think of Him, no matter when you talk to Him, no matter nothing. Like there's so much spirituality in my family. Even if I try to go away, I'm gonna hear it within the next 7 days from somebody.
nope.
No, see, the thing is, you think you talking to God and you think you hearing from God, and you're
Facts.
not.
You
And
can't
that's
tell me how I hear God. That's one thing
no,
my
no, no,
dad
no.
told
Wait,
me.
wait, wait, wait,
I was
wait,
like,
wait,
Dad,
wait.
you
You
can't
gotta,
tell me how I
you
hear
gotta,
God, and you can't tell me
you
what's
gotta,
Him and what's not Him.
you
You
gotta hear
can't say
this
that.
out though.
You
You
can't
gotta
Yeah,
say
hear
you
it
that.
do.
out.
You
Can't
do
say that.
know
You
that.
gotta hear it out. You can,
Go
you
ahead,
can, you
Slimmy.
can hear evil. You can hear evil. You can
Facts.
hear evil.
Nigga,
That's the
you can.
thing. You can
No,
hear both.
this is literally your opinion. This is literally your.
No,
This
this
is
ain't no
your
opinion. That's
opinion.
scriptural. That's
This is your
scriptural, bro. What
opinion.
do you?
This is your opinion. You don't
You
know
need to
how
get in
I
that.
hear God, just like I don't know how
I'm
you hear
not. I'm
God.
not.
You don't know.
I'm not talking about how you hear it, how I hear it. I'm talking about the spiritual realm. That's how it works, bro.
I'm not talking about realms. I don't know what that means.
You do know what it means if you in that book,
No, I don't know
or
what
you ever
realms.
been in that book.
I've never heard realm in any of my teachings or going to church. I don't know what that means.
What? This
That
is
word doesn't come up anywhere in the
you know.
Bible or at church. I'm Baptist, Christian, Baptist. We don't talk about realms. That's weird to me.
That's
Fuck
in
is
the
realm?
Bible.
No, it's not. The word realm is not anywhere in the Bible. No, it's not.
Okay, could look that up very easily.
Alt F.
People think. I think that people think that they can. People think that, and then I'm gonna move on to the next subject. I think that people think that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and God is just sitting there like, "I'm waiting for you, my son." That's
Prodigal
that is
son,
not how it
come
works.
back to my love.
People
You
think
are
that
the
people
one.
think that they could just go out, tear the whole world apart, and
You
God is
can.
still with them. No, He
Well,
not.
He can
the
come
the
back. Throw your sins in the sea of forgiveness. He'll forgive you 10,000 times, no matter what a heathen you are.
the
No,
phrase heavenly.
that's not what the word says. What the word says is forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Meaning that we're forgiven according to how we forgive other people. What people don't understand about God is that God is on condition. He is not with you. He can be waiting for you, though. You have to go and meet him. He's not going to be with you while you sinning. God ain't in that shit. I don't
didn't
know
say
what
that.
no. Listen. I don't know what y'all been taught. I don't know how y'all preachers preach to y'all. Some of y'all preachers told y'all that God is always going to be with you, even in your. That's not what it is. He's not with you. He's waiting for you. He's waiting for you to submit yourself to his will, and then his will and his greatness for you is on condition. It's a if then statement, not a always with statement. That's not what it is. And so you can't be forgiven unless you ask for forgiveness, which means you have to seek him out and then you have to petition for him. A lot of people don't even understand the word tarry. When I say tarry, they miss it because it means to petition and wait on God. It's an act, right? It's to seek him out. And when you seek him out and you seek his word and you do his will and you read what it is, it even say it in the words. People gonna sit there and cast demons and devils out in my name, and then they're gonna be saying, Lord, Lord, and I'm gonna say, depart from me. I never knew you. I never knew you. How can he say, depart from me? I never knew you if he was always with you? Think about that for a minute. How can he say, depart from me? I never knew you. But y'all saying that he's always with you. That is fluff. It is a lie.
Who said that he was all?
Do
I didn't.
not let these preachers and these teachers lead you because into hell. It is not true. I'm telling you right now, it is a lie. Don't let them tell you a lie. It's not true. Telling you the
Well, I
truth.
have to say that I'm at a point now where I believe that God does not want you to have your toe in. Like for me, in the way that things have been showing up for me, and the way that things have been happening, and I don't mean necessarily good things. I'm just the way that things have been happening with me lately. The biggest message that I've been getting is you got to be all in. You can't keep assuming that when you want me, I'm there the way you want me. And it's not even a matter of I'm there for like doing something wrong or doing something bad. Sometimes it's me going into my own headspace, in my own solution mode, in my own control mode, and walking away from trusting in him. So for me personally, I'm learning to just be all in. Now that's a journey. I'm praying on like what that means, but I can't keep like the mustard seed, and I know that like for me it's no, I need full faith. Period.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all
So
could be for the people that be mad because the chat is the fifth co-host as usual. Listen, I don't care what you feel. You can sit here and get mad. The truth is the truth, whether you like it or not. The word is the word, whether you like it or not. And so you can feel some type of way. Anton, you not God. Call it what you want, bro. I'm the closest thing to it that you'd have never seen. The closest thing in the flesh that you'd have never seen. You don't know nobody. Your grandma was a hoe.
hey.
Your grandma
Hey.
was a
Take
hoe.
that, Anton.
No, I'm gonna be for real. Just because your grandma decided that she wanted to go to church because she didn't have nothing else better to do once she turned 70, your grandma a hoe, bro.
Oh my
God,
God. He
she got a
doesn't want
lot of
this.
making up to do. Grandma praying that she could live to 100, so maybe she can get 30 years of righteousness in to make up for the of the 70 that she was causing hell on earth. Ask her. Say, Grandma, what was you doing back in the day? Being a hoe?
Not my grandmother's.
Yep, y'all
Yep.
grandma. Y'all
Yep.
grandma. See, listen, your grandma turned her life over to God when he couldn't use her no more. She just your grandma a piece of shit.
Damn.
How about
Hey.
that? How
About
about
people's
that?
grandma.
Why? Cause she
This
old. That mean that she ain't no different than what she was doing. She just aged out. If she still had it in her, she'd still be hoeing. If her left hip still worked, she would still be out on the track. And your grandma might still be doing the devil's work inside of the church. She probably fucking Deacon Pastor Jones.
We had a Deacon Jones at the church.
Everybody got a Deacon Jones. Hallelujah.
That's my last name.
It is what it is. So listen, I dedicated my life while I had in the prime of every single every phase of my life. I've dedicated my life to changing the world in a positive way. That's how God used you.
I got something for Quinn though.
I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see anything AI on your phone. If you have a physical Bible that you can hold up and show me, I'll take it.
That don't mean nothing.
No.
Shit, I don't want to see
No.
I don't want to see none you Google.
You gonna get this. You gonna get this
Nah,
work.
nigga, I can make the internet say anything I want to. Nope.
The phrase heavenly realms.
Say anything I want to, nigga.
The phrase heavenly realms appears 5 times in the book of Ephesians alone.
No, it doesn't.
The Bible describes 8 main spiritual realms. The third is heaven. There are at least 3 realms of reality talked about in Scripture.
Where's your Bible, Christian man? Where's your physical Bible?
Hey, you know what the funny thing about this show is? We can go talking from about a Diddy indictment.
Yeah. To the word.
Your grandma's a hoe.
To grandma being a hoe. To changing your life over.
Yep.
Back into Kamala Harris.
To that nigga Slimmy had on a bonnet 10 minutes before we started the show.
He's snitching on you, Slimmy.
Look at this guy. I had on the do-rag. I don't wear no damn bonnet.
Now you know Carrie about to do some research. Look at Carrie. She about to bring out
and then look.
Carrie got the word.
Yeah, please get that Bible out.
Where your Bible at? Where your Bible at, Slimmy? Where yours at?
Yeah. Oh man, it's in another room somewhere.
Is that nigga? It's in the room somewhere.
It's in the room. So it's in the other room somewhere. It ain't in this room. It ain't it. It ain't in this room.
You got some money. You start filling your pockets, though. You ain't got no damn money.
It ain't in this room. No, I don't read no Catholic Bible. No, heck no. No, but we're gonna go back even. We're gonna go back even further.
Ephesians is in the New Testament. It's in the New Testament, Carrie.
Yeah. Hunker down.
It's right.
Quinn.
No. It's right after Acts. So it's the I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the 6th book in the New Testament. At Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts of the Apostles. No, Romans is the 6th. Ephesians should be the 7th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Ephesians 6:12.
Maybe it also depends on what do you call it? What?
No, Matthew, Mark,
no, it ain't gonna depend on. It ain't gonna depend on the
Galatians.
It ain't gonna depend on the version. No, Ephesians 6:12.
Don't say that shit in my Bible.
That's my Quentin.
Okay, it didn't say it in for me with Ephesians 6:12. I see it on the internet, but it doesn't say it in. I
see a whole lot of shit on the internet, nigga.
It says 2 Corinthians 2.
Yeah, it's a bunch of scriptures.
It says it in here a couple of times.
It shouldn't be this hard to look it up in physical writing, not on the internet, and prove me wrong.
Well, but
it's in the Bible.
But hold on, but wait. We gotta add some context. This is a crazy show. We gotta add some context. It depends on what version that y'all reading to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me ask.
It might not. It shouldn't know. It shouldn't know. Realm should just be in the Bible.
So you mean it's up to interpretation what you reading? Is that what you're telling me, Christian man?
Well, the King James version it's going to be in the King James version for sure, because that's the version that I read. That's where I read it. It's going to be in the KJV for sure.
It says it's in the King James version, Romans 8 verses 8 through 9, and Isaiah 14.
So far, you said Romans, Isaiah, Corinthians, and Philippians. So there's 4 books that you said that the internet told y'all was in, but y'all ain't been able to find an actual book.
I'm going.
She might not. I don't think she got a King James version.
Well, I did have
one.
KJV.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why you read it? Why you say it like that, Carrie?
I had one more subject. I had one more subject for y'all, but I guess I'll just table it.
What's the next? We're gonna talk about.
No, what is it?
You can go to the next subject.
No, Carrie is doing her.
Melanie just posted.
I'm gonna find it, but we can. Y'all can still go.
It is Ephesians 10:12.
Right?
No, Romans is the New Testament.
Y'all want me to be wrong so bad? This shit.
It's not about being wrong and right. I know it's in the Bible.
I don't know.
No, you don't. You had to Google it. If you knew, you would
I didn't have.
Open your book.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Y'all notice he ain't went to go find his Bible, y'all. He ain't went to go find the Bible that it's in that he could easily prove me wrong. He ain't found it. He found it on the internet because he typed it. He typed the words on the internet, which means he's gonna spit it out somewhere.
I just typed in how many times is realm is
go
realms
get
in the
book.
Bible.
You said you got the book.
I know realms is in. Everybody knows realms is in the Bible. Come on, man.
Get the book.
You need to look it up.
I don't.
You need to look it up.
It ain't in there. I ain't gotta go on the internet,
bro. Come on, man.
Let me read it. Let me read the super chats, y'all. Chris Mayberry says Rachel was fired from a job in a school district because of her OnlyFans account.
Who's
that's
Rachel?
the chick that you was talking about, Carrie. The Rachel chick, the white lady.
Oh, gotcha. That said she was black.
I think so. Yeah. 86 Train says she been Muslim. She Muslim for 7 minutes, and now she got the deep sand accent. That's a fair assessment. High Tolerance says she knows she can move many of mountains when them holes are open for business. C-Key said, Slimmy, could you please explain to the people what hunker down means? Is that the same as dag nabbit?
No, it's not. It's absolute. Hunker down is a stand in place for a period of time. To crouch, to lie low with the limbs close to the body.
Who said dag
to
nabbit?
refuse to change an opinion or way of behaving. I don't know what C-Keys
Who
was
said
on,
dag?
man.
You said dag nabbit, Slimmy?
No.
Y'all use that word?
My family say dag nabbit, but I haven't used it in so long.
I
haven't said it in so long.
I thought I was the only person that used the word coochie.
No. That's universal. I thought.
No, it's not. People was acting like it's a foreign word. When I said coochie
really?
when I was on a Millionaire Morning Show and I was talking about sassy men, and I said just because you got a little penis don't mean that you got a coochie. People was like, "What's a coochie?"
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, that sweater that you bought the other day.
My sweater was fire.
It's
Justin Caldwell, no, not coochie.
See what the fuck, bro?
Coochie is
man.
box. It's pussy.
I know what coochie is, but I thought you said your name of your sweater was Coochie, and that's why I thought you was kidding.
No, it's Coogi. Coogi. Coochie is Coochie. Some people spell it.
I thought you were kidding when you said you had a coochie sweater. I thought you were just kidding.
Quentin be trolling.
No, Coogi sweater.
Quentin is trolling, y'all. Listen, let me continue. Why are gangsters, hoes, and rappers becoming Muslim? It's been a trend for like 5 years now. That's what I'm saying. It's like a jailhouse religion. High Tolerance says if she was truly genuine, she'd go on a recluse and shut down. Exactly. But I ain't gonna say that.
Yep, you're right. That's right.
L.A. Miles says you can't get a man's sexual attention confused with what he wants to marry. Correct?
Yes. Speak your facts, my nickel.
Levite Apparel says you right. Kendra G. Thick on Fox 5 Morning Show. Time Out says Grandma got a Shannon Sharp. Grandma got a Shannon Sharp hip. Yep, she do. Mr. Hillel says etymology of the word realm comes from the Middle English rume, Old French riame, from Latin region, so it's not in the original codex of the Greek or Hebrew.
Okay. Boom!
I don't know. I'm a C student, so I'm slow on that, so I'm not really understanding what that meant. But
in layman's terms, it ain't in the Bible.
I was gonna ask y'all this one question, but I'm gonna pivot for a second. I got a different question. I'm gonna frame it different. Let me put it up there on the screen.
The Bible isn't written in normal ass English.
Hold on.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Oh, really? It's kind of hard to find something that ain't there.
Yeah. Go get this word, man. Go get this word on this dude, man.
I'm gonna switch it for a second because I got a better question considering the conversation we had tonight. Because the question that I originally was gonna ask y'all about Dame Dash, I don't want to ask that anymore. I got a different one. So I only want to spend 10 minutes on this, and then we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. All right, so I'm gonna pose it to Carrie first. You ready, Carrie?
Okay.
All right. Do good girls want to be hoes, and do hoes want to be good girls? What? It's a fun question. I think it's a relevant question. Because
Okay.
let me give you the context of why I'm asking this.
Okay.
Because especially with the Muslim question and all of that, it seems like the girls that are good girls think that they should be pedestalized more because they're good girls, but then in a way they kind of envy the pedestalization and the attention that hoes get because they say that that's what men want. Even if you're not in a relationship, even if you're not married, the good girls is like, ain't nobody checking for me because I'm a good girl. But then the hoes seems like, obviously they hoeing, but that they kind of envy the reputation of a good girl. And so my question then becomes, do good girls want to be hoes and do hoes want to be good girls? Or some form of it.
I would say good girls no, they don't want to be hoes, or they would. Maybe they would like more male attention, but not necessarily defile themselves.
Then why do good girls turn into hoes? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, because all good girls don't.
Well, because niggas gave them some trauma and they went to the streets for attention, and the streets turned them out.
And just for point of clarity, what is a hoe?
Dear Lord, now shit. That nigga said 10 minutes, Carrie. He said 10 minutes.
No,
we gotta
that's a fair question. A chick that's for the streets, basically. For the sake of conversation, a chick that's for the street.
I don't think that.
A chick that's gonna have sex with people, or a chick who's gonna reveal her body and be maybe.
I think a hoe is time and body count, like within time, types of thing. Like if you fuck like 3 niggas over 3 years, that's fine. If you throw 3 niggas in 3 months, then you're a hoe. Does that make sense?
I think that 3 dudes in 3 years is hoe.
What?
Damn. There's some hoes in this house.
Y'all don't. That's
one body a year. That's one dude a year.
No, it's not.
I said 3 dudes in 3 years.
No, it's not. Because first of all, the additional context is that he could have fucked her. He could have fucked her. He could have fucked her 300 times in a year. One dude, and then the next dude gonna fuck her another 300 times the next year, and so on and so forth. So yeah, you can say one body, but that shit all add up, especially if you fucking other women in addition to fucking her, because then you just multiply it. But that's a one dude every. If she stays single for the next 20 years, she got 20 bodies is too many.
That's a lot of bodies.
20 bodies and 20 different dudes is too many to me, in my opinion. 20?
I don't know how we went from 3 to 20, but whatever.
Because that's one dude every year. So every year she's not married.
An example of time and the body count. That's what I said. Time and body count. That's what I just said.
Okay,
so 20 bodies over the course of a woman's life, I think you're a whore because bitches shouldn't be having that much sex.
20 bodies over the 20 year span is what's the difference?
I said 20 bodies over the course of a woman's life is a whole.
But you said 3 after you said 3 for 3 years.
That was an example of time and body. This is what that you need to listen to the context, sir.
Right. In 3 years, that's 3 bodies, which is the same as 20 and 20. Y'all never took math?
20 bodies.
Y'all never took math?
Talk about 20 bodies.
going
Man,
to
20 bodies is not a lot.
but with
It's
regard to
not a
bodies
lot
is
for
for
these. It's
the
not a lot
average
for these
woman has
women.
5 bodies
It's
in her lifetime. Like that's
listen,
what the
bro.
census.
Listen to what I'm telling you, man. I talk to women all the time. 20 bodies is not a lot for these women. It's
You're a
crazy out
liar.
here.
You're a liar. That's not right.
I'm not
That's not
lying.
true.
I'm not
No, no,
lying,
no.
man.
I think he's
I'm not
telling the
lying.
truth.
I'm not
I don't
lying. I'm
agree
trying to
with
told you.
I don't agree
I'm
with
trying
them
to told
saying
you.
that. I don't agree with them saying that 20 bodies is not a lot though.
What? No.
Even if they
20
don't think
bodies.
so. Even if
20
they don't think so.
bodies. 20 bodies is a lot. But what I'm saying for these women, it's not a lot. Listen to me very carefully. I believe that a woman is like a flower. It should not be handled by too many hands. Any flower handled by too many hands is going to fall apart. That's how I feel about women. These women,
Okay, so
they not
there's
moving
a
like that.
CDC survey that says
Survey don't count,
women.
bro.
Fuck that survey, man. Go talk to these
All
women.
right, good night. After
No,
hours is
Quinn.
over. Good
No,
night.
no, no. You know
Sign up
what,
for the
Quinn?
Patreon.
No,
We
no,
out.
no.
Nah,
You know what,
you
Quinn?
just denied Google, nigga. You
You
ain't
know
gonna
what?
give me no
It's
fake
not
ass
Google,
survey
nigga.
that
It's
don't
on the
nobody know where they
CDC
pull the
website,
information
nigga.
from.
It ain't Google. It's on the
Carrie,
CDC.com.
Carrie.
Fuck the
.gov, nigga.
CDC.
Carrie,
Not
can you
not
ask Quinn the question?
Google.com. It's on
Fuck the
CDC.gov,
CDC.
nigga.
Carrie,
Fuck
can
the
you ask Quinn the
CDC.
question for me?
what was the
Can you
what
ask
was the
Quinn the
question?
question for me, Carrie?
What's the question?
Why wasn't he on the panel last night?
Why weren't you? I thought why weren't you on?
Because Q deboed me off. She tried to be sweet. She said, you don't have to come tonight. Sit back and heal.
What?
I said, nigga, I've been back on the live stream the last week. What you talking about?
Why do guys, because I see somebody in the chat. Why do guys say it's insecure if I don't want to be with a woman that had fucked everybody?
Yeah, that's weird.
How is it insecure? What makes me insecure about the fact that I don't want everybody that have been had my chick that I'm marrying and having kids with?
It's even more than that. Like if you just read the psychology behind like women who have a lot of sex and they're being entered by another being and having their DNA altered. Like it's more than just you had sex with another woman. You know what I mean?
I don't understand that insecure argument. That's so weird to me. Men are supposed to be territorial. No, you a cuck. That's all that is.
Oh shit.
You a cuck because I think that men are supposed to be territorial about their women that's theirs, not about the chick that's for the streets. That's separated. I want to make sure that y'all understand the context and that it's a difference between the chick that's for everybody. But why would you want your chick to be with everybody? That's so weird, bro.
That's the only part. I think that's the part that I get stuck on with you guys being able to separate it, because it's kind of like you're perpetrating the problem.
To separate, being able to identify the difference between a woman that's for the streets and a woman that's for and a woman that's a wife.
It just seems like you all want there to be women who are not hoes, but you also want there to be women who are. It doesn't seem like
That's
want.
But that's not what I'm saying. I said we're able to identify, and so you can't get emotionally attached to a woman that you've identified as a hoe. But then at the same time, you are supposed to be territorial over a chick that's not for everybody.
No,
if
I
see a chick that's a hoe, she a hoe whether I want her to be or not, right? I don't have to want her to be a hoe for her to be a hoe. She was a hoe before she met me. But me being able to identify that she a hoe saves me the heartache, the pain, and the headache of thinking that she not when she is, right?
Well, I think going back to what you guys define as hoe, I think that the definition that you guys are giving is the old school definition. Like growing up, there could be a chick who was a hoe, but she dressed just like every other girl. Whereas now I think that when you say hoe, the assumption, or usually it's attached to a woman who is probably overly sexy, very revealing, exposing her body. So my question to you all is, can you have a woman who is very like she exposes herself, she reveals herself, very sexy, very, you know, whatever, but she hasn't slept with anybody, or she only slept with one
Come on,
person.
stop
No,
it.
what would you, it does
Stop it.
that? No, this is going
The
back
word
to
of God says to shun the appearance of evil. Hallelujah.
Why you take your glasses off like that?
How you okay? So how can you project yourself
Shit.
to be? So basically, you saying she fake? You saying that she can project herself to be something that she's not? Is that what you're
No,
saying, Gary?
I'm saying that you guys are being, dare I say it, a little bit disingenuous with your definition of how you use the word hoe. I believe that people would call women hoes based off of how they look without knowing her body count. That's why I was
No,
saying
that's
women
just
are being,
context. Listen, I'm
but
able,
that's
I'm able to, I'm able to pay attention to the context clues and come to a conclusion. The
Okay,
same
but
way,
well,
that's
the
Carrie,
same way, the same way that we can assess whether or not somebody is going to possibly rob us based off of the context clues. You know what I'm saying? That's, hey man, he got a hoodie, he got a mask on, and it's the summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility that them coming down the street with his hand in his pocket with like this with the shicey mask on. It's a strong possibility I might be a victim.
no, I agree with you. I'm not debating the I think that, again, when I was growing up, a girl could be a hoe, and it was because we knew, like, yo, she got a train ran on her, or she was with such and such, and then she was with such and such. It had very little to do with her appearance, and now it's
No.
strongly connected to appearance. But you guys are talking about
Appearance
body
is
count.
one factor. It's just one factor. One just because you have the absence of one factor doesn't mean that it's any less true, but it's just a part of the context clues.
So let's just say, I'm just curious now. So let's just say, though, that somebody is, by the definition of the body count definition of hoes, she's not a hoe. She's only slept with 2 people. But you can go to her Instagram page and see all of what she has. Oh, look at that.
what's that? What's the...
That means she's streaming on an Apple. That means she's streaming on an Apple device. Told on you.
But you can go to her Instagram
It
page.
don't
You
work for
can,
me.
like, she is
You gotta
very
do
much
something like
so
this or something
revealing
like that.
herself.
See?
She is very much so revealing herself. What is she? Is she a hoe? Is she what what would you call her?
Oh.
So a hoe is not just body count.
No, it's not. It's not just body count, no.
Okay, so what else is it? Y'all said body count,
It
and
could be
what
a
else?
lot of things. It's not limited. It could be how you selling yourself. It could
dressing,
be
dressing fast, being
the image
fast,
that you projecting yourself to be.
just
Listen,
moving the
it's
way you
it's
move.
women, it's women that may not necessarily have sex with everybody, but they show themselves online and they may have an OnlyFans account. Does that make her a hoe because she's showing pussy, but she's not necessarily having sex with anybody?
Damn, not like
Is she
that.
still a hoe?
Is she?
Yes. Because everybody can still see all of the goods that's only supposed to be reserved for her man or her husband.
You's a hoe.
So
You
then the
know
reason I'm
that
that
you's a
go back to your question.
hoe.
I agree. I think Quentin said, I don't know if Quentin or if Slimmy said it. I don't think that good girls want to be hoes. I think that good girls may want some of the attention that some of the girls who physically are coming across as hyper like very sexual or real revealing. They want some of the attention that some of these women are getting. I don't think
I,
that they want to be sleeping with a bunch of men, or they want to be, like most of them. There might be a little freaks here and there, but
no, I didn't say that. Quinn said that, and I
oh,
think it's the
Quentin,
other
okay.
way around. I think it's the other way around. I think the hoes, they want the same esteem that the good girls get, and that's the problem. They moving in a certain way, but they want to be looked at as a good girl. You know, they still want to be seen as upstanding, even though they got these hoish tendencies. They still wanted to be treated a certain way. They don't want to be treated as if they ran through. And that's what they are.
That's true.
That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? If you moving
Recover
like
from
a
that.
hoe, then a man don't have to treat you with no type of dignity, no type of respect. He can just run through you and be on his way. But they
Yeah.
don't want that. And they get bitter. And they get bitter about that shit. So then they want that good girl treatment once they've been ran through. Now all of a sudden they want to change up and then they want to start acting a certain way. When they get with certain men, they just want to be like, oh, I ain't having sex right now. Well, bitch, you've been having sex for the last 15 years with everybody. Now all of a sudden you want to be mature.
Is
It's
that
Slimmy,
not
you cooking.
allowed though? Like, so are you? Is it like Scarlet Letter? You're just that's it. That's what you are.
Well, it
That's
depends. For me, it is. It's over.
I'm not gonna treat you with no dignity and no respect. I don't have to.
ever, not
I
ever.
don't. I listen. You're not my wife. I don't have to.
No, I could
I
could
don't have
treat you
to.
with a basic level of decency as far as like being a human.
Oh no, that's totally different. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
way that I move with you, as in far as dating, as in
Oh
far
yeah,
as
that's a
anything
fact.
like that
That's a
go.
fact.
I don't gotta treat you no type
Well,
of
no,
way. I don't gotta.
and
I'm not
I
staying.
don't mean.
That don't even mean I'm
Okay.
not gonna hold the door when you walk through it. That doesn't even mean that. That
Yeah.
just means like if I want to run through you and I don't want to ever call you again, I don't have to talk to you no more. If
Yeah.
that's how
Okay.
I want to move.
So okay, I'm glad you clarified because I'm not
Yeah,
necessarily
no, it
saying
don't mean you
like
can't. Oh, my fault.
you have to personally want to engage at that level, but are you
Yeah.
gonna be like that's a hoe over there no matter what she's doing,
No,
like
no, no.
Black China?
Yeah, but it don't mean that you gotta
What do y'all
treat
think
her.
about
It don't
Black
mean
China?
that you don't have to treat her as a human being. That's not what that means. No, some dudes they gonna go that far.
So you
They're
won't
not gonna
treat
even
her
treat
like
them.
a hoe. You won't
Yeah,
treat her like one,
no, you
huh?
treat her like a hoe. Like you just like, oh, okay, you blow through that. You know what I'm saying? You get her number, you delete it, it's over.
Yeah,
That's
but
that.
I think that as a for
That's
some
dangerous
guys,
though.
not all guys, but for some guys, I think you grow out of even want to be associated with certain type of women. You know what I'm saying? Like I know guys that be like, man, listen, bro, like, you know, some girls get a certain reputation. They're not even gonna be seen with that type of chick in public. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't
That's
even really
true.
be around them. So
But
reputation means a lot.
you were around them, you wouldn't treat her differently than you treat any other female.
Yes, I would.
And I'm not talking about a female that you would be messing with. I'm just saying a female that you're just in like
We treat
y'all are,
women that we have higher respect for with more respect.
what does that look like? Like give me an example of what the difference in treatment that would be. Just a woman, not that you're with, but just a woman that you're interacting with. What would be the difference in treatment?
I don't know. You would have to paint the scenario. You would have to give me the scenario for me to be able to describe it more accurately. Because there's so many different scenarios. You don't treat, listen, everybody is a human being, but you don't treat the bum on the street that's asking you for change the same way that you treat the person that you're asking for a job from. It's a
But what if he's
hierarchy.
not above the street anymore? What if he is now a person that has
I
a
still
job?
remember him. Listen, you still Bernard. You still Bernard. Nigga, to me, you still a crackhead. Nigga, you can't shake that. I know when you was smoking crack. Hey, I'm proud of you, man. Good job getting off crack.
So
Nigga,
there's no
Hey!
you never gonna be a boss to me. You ain't never gonna be a
Oh
boss to me,
Lord.
nigga. You just hanging on. Hey, good job, man. Good, hey, I'm glad you got clean ass nigga. But you not gonna be no to me, nigga, you still Bernard. And I'm sorry for using the name Bernard, but Bernard was a local crackhead that was in my community. Shout out to Bernard. But nigga, you still him. You still a Bernard ass nigga. Like for me, because I know that you was smoking crack and you still move and you still do like this a little bit sometimes when you get the shakes, nigga, you still you. And it don't mean that I don't look at you as a human being and I don't want the best for you, but I'm not treating you the same way that I treat John Johnson over there that made all of the right decisions and is making boss moves. You know what I'm saying? Like you still you.
Well, that seems wrong.
Okay, I
If
don't care
somebody,
what it seems. You shouldn't be using crack
but what if he's
and sucking
recovered?
dick in the alley in order to get some more crack.
Oh Lord!
Nigga.
But
That nigga was sucking dick in the alley to get more crack. How can I respect a man? Listen, it don't mean that I don't
Bob
like you
Saget.
as a human being. But dog, I'm not gonna forget the fact that you suck dick in the alley for crack. No matter how clean you get, I remember. How was that wrong? You suck dick, not me.
Because that kind of implies that there's no coming back from the choices that you've made in the past that you may have learned from, you may have grown through and grown out of, you may have, like, it just kind of keeps a person in a spot.
If a
And
CEO, is it fair to fire a CEO for a perceived reputation, regardless of whether or not, you know, if he's good at the job, is it still fair to fire him if his reputation gets sullied?
I don't think that it's necessarily
It absolutely is necessary. Because your reputation is all you have as a man, and it's one of the things that allows for you to command the respect of anybody that's in the organization. Your reputation is just as important as whether or not you do, if not more important, than whether or not you do a good job at the job. Part of the reason why CEOs are in the positions that they are is because of their stellar reputation.
No, I think from a business perspective for the whole company, if a CEO has, like, you find out that they were.
No, it don't even have to be true. You can get fired. You are an at-will employee, and you can get fired just from the assumption that you did the wrong thing that would then sully your reputation in the organization. There's plenty of people that come back and say it wasn't true. It don't matter. You already fired.
Yeah, but you said, is it fair? I don't think it's fair, but I think from a business perspective, it's gonna happen because the focus is gonna be on maintaining the reputation of the whole company. So
listen,
I definitely
if Bernard was sucking dick in the alley.
No, you said you said it doesn't even have to be what they did. It could be that it's assumed.
No.
That
You said, when I said Bernard was sucking dick in the alley for crack, you said, well, that's not fair. What I'm saying is, it is what it is.
Okay.
That's just life. It is.
What does the Bible say? What does the Bible say about somebody who has changed their ways?
God bless
They've
him.
repented. But what does it say about how you should treat them?
I don't remember that scripture.
Slimmy, Quentin.
I don't remember that scripture. What do you mean?
I don't remember that scripture either.
I don't see nothing. No instructions on. I don't see nothing. I don't see no instructions on that.
There is therefore no condemnation for those who are in Christ, right?
I might have missed that one. I missed that one. I missed that part of it. I wasn't there on that Bible study.
I'm gonna find something because I just think that's kind of
somebody saying that I was ready to give Puffy grace, but you won't forgive Bernard. It's nothing for me to forgive Bernard too. He didn't do anything to me. Forgiving somebody has nothing to do with your reputation. I don't have to offer you forgiveness for the reputation that you created for yourself. You didn't do anything to me. Don't mean that I don't look at you how I look at you. Ain't no forgiveness. It ain't nothing to forgive. I don't give a fuck about Puff either. For some reason, people think I care. I don't care about no Puff. Only thing I'm saying is the far-reaching consequences of what happens to him when they set a precedent and they say this is trafficking when it's such a loosely defined term affects other people. And I don't want anybody to be affected wrongly. I might not agree what he did, but that don't necessarily mean that I think that he deserved life in jail. Shit.
They're trying to give him life.
That trafficking charge can carry up to life in prison. So
Shit,
What?
man.
anyways, any other thoughts before I read the super chats and get y'all up out of here?
Yeah, man. Y'all don't don't bite the hand that feeds you. For real. That shit gonna come back to haunt your ass in a serious way. And that's what Diddy going through right now. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
that
Don't
most
do
people
it.
are stupid. That's my final thought.
Don't do it.
When I see people try to make a point to debate my argument inside of the chat, I be thinking to myself, you dumb. I just be thinking most people they don't even have common sense no more. It's like they don't even think about some of the stuff that they say before they say it.
I don't get it.
And my other final thought is I just want to work. I just dream of working. I eat, sleep, and dream work. The minute that I shut this live stream down, I'm gonna be thinking about what the next thing is that I'm gonna do.
The Millionaire Morning Show?
Maybe
Or you
that.
or beyond that. Or you thinking beyond that?
No, I just might be thinking about the next thing that I want to do or what I want to accomplish or how I can improve. When I lay down after we do these after hour live streams, I replay the whole thing in my mind and I'm trying to figure out how I can improve it or how I need to make the flow better or how I need to do things differently or how I can put y'all in a better position or who I need to bring up here and all of that stuff. And I fall asleep thinking about that type of stuff. I just love working. I love working, bro.
What if Bernard loves working?
Oh
What if
man.
Bernard liked getting his mouth worked.
But what?
Woo!
No. What?
Shout out to Bernard. And Bernard is
Boy.
dead, so it don't even matter at this point. Because
Oh,
you
that
know
was a
what
real
Bernard
person?
did? You know what Bernard did? He went back on
Oh
on
fuck,
that.
man.
If you wanna ride, then ride the white horse. And I think he got a bad batch. I think he caught that fentanyl. Bernard was a lifetime crackhead, but you know, when he went back, I think he got that fentanyl, and that fentanyl, they don't fuck around with that fentanyl. So,
I do. They gave me fentanyl last week.
Jesus. Carrie reading
Oh
from
wow.
that Kamala Harris Bible. That's what Key said. The messenger says, overdosed this year. You better know God for real. Death is real. The darkness is real. Like, dang, the messenger. And the spirit becomes conscious in the darkness. In the Bible, Jacob's sons killed the man for forcing Dana before marriage. The man wanted to marry her after the act, but the response was she was being treated like a harlot, so they killed him. Jazzwa's man says a real man don't care about a woman's body count. He always saying shit. Viral Syndicate says, no, I don't want no Lambo with 1 million miles. Did Trigger make it to Nigeria to her Lagos legend? Don't know. Frederico says, Ant. In one of her most recent episodes, Candace Owens suggests Trump make himself assassination proof by dropping JDV for Thomas Massie, a more conservative Republican. She went further into details on Rumble. Thoughts? I'd have to see it. I need to see
Did
it
you
because
see she got kicked off of YouTube?
I
That's
seen that.
crazy.
I did see that.
I thought it
Who
was
got
only
kicked off of
for a
YouTube?
week.
Candace Owens?
I think that I seen the path that Candace Owens was on, and I was thinking to myself, that's
She
not
a
gonna work out
terrorist.
for you.
She don't give a fuck though. She was going like, I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I'm gonna get my shit off.
I
Yup.
think that
And she
Candace
rock
was
with
going
him.
down a very, very treacherous path. I seen it, and I
Yup.
stopped even reacting to her content. I'll put it like
Yup.
that. She just was
What'd she
going off the
say?
DM. I started looking at her content. I don't know
She
why
did
she did specifically. I ain't even.
like
I didn't go
dark
into it.
stuff. Like
Yeah,
dark, like
she start really going like all the way deep in. It stopped being just about politics. It stopped being about a lot of stuff. She started going
yup.
down the dark path. It seemed like everybody that she interviewed was already banned from the platform and shit. And I was just like,
You asking
yeah,
too
I'm
much.
gonna go ahead and step left real quick because this don't seem like it's gonna work out for her. And I just seen it. I seen that shit coming. I don't know what she did. I don't know how she got kicked off. I don't believe in censorship, but I just seen it. It was so obvious.
Oh, she went down that truth seeker path.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, you
It
can't
said
do that.
so.
Can't do that.
I don't
They ain't
believe
gonna.
in censorship again, but
No, but they don't allow that on this platform. That's why I don't say certain things.
yeah, I seen it going down that path, and so I think that they
It's a
targeted
wrap.
her. I'm not YouTube. I think that a bunch of people targeted her, and I think she had got like 3 strikes in one day. So that's it.
Yeah, nah, yeah, Federico. Yeah, you don't even some of the words you don't even use.
And Rumble ain't playing YouTube money, are they?
I don't know nothing about Rumble money.
Got you.
I make
Yeah,
an
they
egregious
saying
amount of money, and I'm not
yeah,
trying
they're
to
talking
get
about it
shit
in
out.
that chat.
So I'm chilling. I talk to my rep regularly. I'll be like, "Hey, how's everything going?" He'll be like, "Man, you're doing great." All right, let's keep it moving. High Tolerance says professional corporate 304s have always looked down on tax-free 304s because they had kids and they didn't, but wound up crashing into the wall first. Carrie is gonna say men should marry former hoes. That's from Zero Fucks Experience.
Oh man.
Frederico says Art of Dialogue interview Willie Brown. Ant, you should look into Montel. Man, Montel, he ain't coming out nowhere. They probably hit that nigga at this point until after the election. Chadford Moore says, AD, you got to debate this guy named Isaiah Martin. Never heard of him. Day of my life. I've never. Have y'all ever heard of an Isaiah Martin?
Hey, Anton, you should debate this dude named Jeremy Maxwell.
I
What the
have
fuck,
personally
bro?
never heard of an Isaiah. Thank you for the super chat. Don't ignore Quentin. I have never heard of an Isaiah Martin. I don't even know if it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Does he have a big enough platform? I don't know. So,
I hate the chat.
what is it? Is it infamy? Anton
Y'all
start.
always say don't read the chat.
Anton needs to start a new gambling channel. Nope.
What, nigga? That's horrible. Nigga. What?
No, I'm
Hell
straight.
no.
Yeah, I got smart people around me that be like, Anton, don't listen to that shit. So,
I'm gonna be late to the show on Friday. By the way,
all right, that's cool. No
I'm
worries.
gonna be coming from out of town.
All right, y'all. Listen,
that's
I
what's
love
up.
y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Carrie, for coming through and showing us love. And
Thank you for having me.
don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna try to get bro.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all see real quick? Did you guys see Kamala
Nigga,
Harris's website versus Trump's website?
I did.
Nah.
Do you notice how under every single thing that they have on her website, they then say what Trump is
Trump is
doing?
doing. They be lying, saying and Trump's Project
And
2025. They do
right,
all of that shit. Yeah, I
Trump's
seen it.
he doesn't even mention her.
Yeah, they trying to lean into people's hate for Trump because even when you talk to people a lot of times, you say, "Why are you voting for Kamala Harris?" Sometimes they'd be like, most of the time they'd be
Trump.
like, "Because I don't like Trump," right? So they're leaning into that, in my opinion. So
Which is
yeah,
crazy because that's what she was saying. Like, oh, we don't want to do any separate. Don't be. We don't want to separate everybody.
yeah,
But that's what you're doing. You separating everybody when you putting them on
Exactly.
your website. That's
yep.
contradictory. I ain't about to get into man.
I'm sorry. I
Oh my
meant to ask
God.
y'all real
Cancel
quick.
that hoe. Cancel that hoe. Cancel
Oh
that
Lord.
hoe 2024. Cancel that hoe 2024, man. I don't care what nobody say.
Listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Go get your tickets to Let's Rant About It live show. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. And then also teach Henley 40% off your first order, 20% off life. And tap into the Patreon. I love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We out.